I was just an employee at a small company in Country H when I accidentally ended up on a show called Super Actor. As the black void on the script kept flickering, I was pulled directly into a strange space. In this place, whether it was a terrified victim or a psychotic killer, even street thugs, I could portray them all effortlessly. After my spectacular audition, the judges before me were utterly shocked, all speculating which prestigious school I graduated from. But I simply stated casually that my acting was self-taught and my major was just design. Then, without caring about their stunned expressions, I turned and left. Also, don't broadcast my performance, or I'll sue you. A day earlier, I had just quit my job. Not only did I slam my resignation letter in my boss's face, I also stayed up all night drinking with friends. Then I got a call from my good friend Kim Dae-young. He said I had promised yesterday to accompany him to the preliminary screening for Super Actor. Super Actor is a talent show that discovers hidden stars. Since everyone from trainees to ordinary people can apply, it's been a hot topic lately. I originally didn't care about it at all, but when I heard my idol Hong Hae-jun was there, I still came to the preliminary venue with Kim Dae-young. Although it was crowded, getting to see my goddess made it worthwhile. At this point, Kim Dae-young had to leave temporarily to use the bathroom, but even after time passed, he didn't return. The staff had already started calling his name. With no choice, I had to bite the bullet. After some explanation, the staff let me audition first. After entering, I was completely confused, simply because I really knew nothing about acting. Seeing the goddess Hong Hae-jun made me even more nervous. At this point, the staff had already handed me the script. Today's test is improvisational acting. Take a look first. However, the moment I opened the script, a black vortex appeared before my eyes. I curiously reached my hand toward it. As the light flickered, I was sucked directly into a strange space. I looked around but found only darkness. I clearly touched the rectangle next to the script. Could I have been sucked into a movie? A rectangle popped up before me. Simple script, low completion rate, can only display 10%. Seeing this, I was completely bewildered. Isn't this the script they gave me? What's with these words? I tentatively clicked on frightened man under character portrayal. The next moment, a ready prompt sounded. Suddenly, I heard strange sounds, making me cry out involuntarily. Suddenly, the scene changed too. The pitch black forest made my hair stand on end. My God, is this a dream? But it's way too realistic. As rustling footsteps appeared, I instinctively wanted to run. Help! I have to escape quickly. I can't rest, though I don't know why. Someone's chasing me. A terrifying voice suddenly came from behind. Stop running! The next second, I fell to the ground uncontrollably. Even the pain was incredibly real. Facing the knife-wielding person approaching, I could only keep wailing. Don't come closer! Please! I'm begging you, let me go! But soon the dagger pierced through my body. As my pupils shook violently, the terrifying performance finally ended, and what the judges saw was this. When a tear of despair fell from my eye, then I collapsed. Seeing this, the judges were shocked, speechless, while I just looked exhausted. What the hell was I just doing? After coming out of that space, I unknowingly showed them that. How embarrassing. After the shock, Hong Hae-jun spoke first. Did you study theater and film in university? Hearing my goddess ask, though I was extremely excited, I decided to cover up that embarrassing performance first. No, I graduated from the design department of an ordinary university. Acting is self-taught. The man with the goatee was shocked. Self-taught? How is that possible? That was such high-level acting. To escape the awkwardness, I had to explain, it's not that difficult. Then I quickly left. Please don't broadcast that performance, or I'll sue you, leaving the judges looking stunned. They discussed among themselves, finally full of praise. That guy is a monster genius that only appears once in a while in the entertainment industry. Kang Yujin, I'm here. Dae-young finally came out of the bathroom. He asked me about my performance. The judges seemed to be discussing you. Hearing this, I didn't say much, just asked him for that script. Seeing this familiar space, I just thought, damn it. I was inexplicably sucked in earlier. It wasn't imagination, memory, or a dream. I actually experienced it. How absurd. The content matches exactly what I experienced in the mountains. I chose the frightened man, which means I experienced the situation in the script. So I went to Kim Dae-young's house and asked him for a few scripts. There are a few things I need to confirm. I immediately had Kim Dae-young help me record the time. It's 11:40 now. After saying that, I directly entered the space. This is truly absurd. Let me check this white rectangle. The quantity seems to have increased. Should be linked to the number of scripts. So I shouted to get out, but the space didn't change at all. Get out. Go outside. Previous step. Close. Exit. As the space closed, I also realized that exit was the password to leave the space. Interestingly, I stayed inside for about 5 minutes, but real-world time didn't change. At this point, Kim Dae-young received a call from the Super Actor program. He handed the phone to me, and I felt a strange sense of shame. Woo-jin, I'm calling to notify you that you passed the first stage screening. Are you willing to appear on Super Actor again? Hearing this, I thought they were treating me like a joke. I'm not going. I was just killing time. The judge looked dazed. You're saying that acting was just killing time. That's the truth, so please just forget about it. Hearing this, the other party was helpless. What a shame. While I pretended to be casual, but could you send me the video of my performance? At this point, the goatee judge leaned over. Is it that guy who studied design? Did you get his phone number? Meanwhile, back home, I prepared to confirm a few more things. First, time in the rectangular space and time in the outside world don't affect each other. Second, people around me can't see that black rectangle. Finally, the command to exit that space is exit. To verify other hypotheses, I pulled out a few more scripts. So I entered the subspace again. Similarly, high completion films were divided into different grades, E-class and C-class respectively. I'm guessing this grade seems to be evaluated based on box office and performance. After all, I specifically searched earlier, so can unpublished scripts be confirmed? The next second, unpublished film scripts were classified by the space as B-class. This is the highest grade that's appeared so far. After coming out of the subspace, I was about to read the script. Suddenly, that incredibly embarrassing video arrived. I still need to confirm the evidence of first entering the subspace. I feel sick. But after watching my own performance, I found it actually wasn't as bad as I imagined. So them letting me pass the first stage wasn't treating me like a joke, but acknowledging my acting. I've been looking so cold lately. I really did shock them. What the hell, I was originally acting cool because I was shy. But in their eyes, I'm a powerhouse. Whatever, forget it. Let me first test if the subspace has other secrets. After finishing the experiment, I looked haggard, not as confused as last time. Seems I've adapted. The result verified this time is that I remember all the characters' lines perfectly. I just tested the cafe employee role. Even the five senses, emotions, thoughts, and moods, I could feel everything. Rather than acting, it's more like the character I experienced has merged with me. With this ability, maybe I don't need to work anymore and should just become an actor. Just then, an unknown number called. Is this Kang Yujin? I'm Song Man Woo. Do you remember me? The one in the middle of the judges. I wonder if you have any impression. I'm calling to ask if you can meet as soon as possible. Wanting to maintain my image, I just said coldly. You should tell me the reason first. It's not convenient on the phone. If possible, I'd like to meet in person. Hearing this, I gave a time and coldly stated that's the only time I'm free. Hearing this, the other party immediately agreed and gave a location. Hanging up, I just felt strange. Why is he calling me? I heard he's a heavyweight. I opened a search engine and found he's indeed a famous director. So why is he looking for me? Don't tell me he wants me to act again. Turns out I was right. Time came to the next day. Yesterday, you displayed acting focused on movement and expression, so I'm curious about your monologue skills. Facing the burning gazes of 3 judges and a bunch of staff, I just felt awkward. Yesterday was my first time acting. Should I continue staying silent now? But you can also just read from the tablet. Annotate however you like. Damn it, the black rectangle doesn't appear here. Seems only paper scripts or film scripts work. Now I can't enter the subspace. Soon they'll discover my acting skills are fake. But whatever. Is it necessary to risk my life for my image? So I started reciting lines expressionlessly. With every word I spoke, their expressions grew more complex. As I was frantically showing my honest side as a small citizen, everyone was shocked that my acting was terrible. But this extreme contrast from yesterday made them doubt themselves, and after reciting the lines without any emotion, I said coldly, since I've been exposed, let's stop here. Let me leave now. Hearing this, Song Man Woo had an epiphany. He was just acting like he can't act. He realized I might be using my acting to express dissatisfaction to them. Woo Jin, why did you act out not being able to act for us? Hearing the director say this, everyone also had a look of realization, while my inner thought was really just wanting to run away. Does that goatee guy have some misunderstanding? Does he think I'm super talented and came to that conclusion? To maintain my image, I said coldly, because you called me to act without any explanation. This treatment made me very unhappy. Seeing this, Song Man Woo quickly apologized. We were too hasty. I'll explain. Please sit down. Seeing my temperament so proud, Song Man Woo developed even more appreciation for talent. Woo Jin, we're preparing a new TV drama and want to invite you to participate in this new work. Seeing this situation, I understood everything. Why didn't you say this earlier? Also, is he serious? At this point, the scriptwriter also took out her script. As a script being publicly revealed for the first time, I hope you can perform a segment. Whether it's 10 minutes or 30 minutes, we can wait. Don't feel pressured. Seeing this, I picked up the script. At a glance, I chose the character Park Derry from the script. This was exactly what the scriptwriter wanted, as this antisocial character was the role she most wanted to see me portray, and the difficulty was absurdly high. Seeing me put down the script, she couldn't help but exclaim, understanding the lines and emotional arc in such a short time. Under everyone's expectant gaze, my performance quickly began. My eyes suddenly changed, revealing a fierce light. He got into character that fast, and my gaze became even more sinister in an instant. Park Derry stepping on dog poop and noticing the puppy's eyes. A hypocritically friendly smile, the sinister look after strangling the puppy's copy, leaving no trace. When I finished performing and opened my eyes again, everyone was shocked, speechless. How is it possible to act exactly like a created character? It's not just similar. Park Derry was right there in front of us. Writer Park was even more amazed. The Park Derry I meticulously crafted. I thought no one could digest this role. This actor named Kang Yujin is making my concerns slowly disappear. This is the first time I've seen someone whose acting can surpass my script. I've seen countless top actors written countless scripts, but this is the first time I've seen an actor like this. And having finished the performance, I just felt complicated. So Park Derry is that kind of psycho. I was wondering why such a crazed look appeared. A few minutes ago, when I got this script for the unconventional profiler, I immediately entered the subspace to organize my thoughts. With so many talents in this industry, yet they want me to perform, that should mean my acting is great, right? Anyway, this subspace experience is more amazing than I imagined. And this script is actually A-class. That's pretty impressive. I wonder if there are even higher grades, but I can use this work to do some experiments on grades. Taking this opportunity to have big shots evaluate my acting is also pretty good. The lead roles up front have too many subdivisions. Let me choose Park Derry with fewer scenes. As the light of the subspace emerged, rehearsal officially began. And after I finished performing, Writer Park suddenly stood up. Seeing her aggressive approach, I was a bit scared. Who knew the next second she'd grab my hand tightly? Park Derry, this role, you must play it. This role absolutely must be played by you. Seeing this, Songman Woo also understood. This shows exactly how much she wants to catch this monster. While appearing calm on the surface, my heart was racing wildly. So much pressure, she suddenly grabbed my hand. From her reaction, this subspace is really amazing. Just then, Songman Woo said he wanted to ask me a few questions. Woo Jin, you said you've been self-studying acting before joining the program. For how long? Although it's only my second day of acting, for the sake of image, I could only say, coldly, a long time. The director was even more shocked. He studied for at least 10 years. But why only appear now? With acting like yours, talent scouts couldn't possibly let you go. So did you study acting abroad? Hearing this, I was even more confused. Why suddenly bring up abroad? Fortunately, Hong Hae-jun came to the rescue. If there are circumstances you can't talk about, that's fine. I also took the opportunity, then I won't say. This made the director even more curious. I absolutely can't let go of this arrogant monster. One last question. Why did you choose the Park Derry role when other roles would be easier to play? Because he has fewer scenes? I answered honestly. Everyone was even more shocked. Although this role has few scenes, the difficulty is at least 10 times other roles. Normal people would avoid such difficult roles. Is he a weirdo or a genius? He wants to show off. He's saying a role of this level is simple for him. Seeing their expressions, I was already sweating. They seemed to be thinking something strange. Whatever, run first. I'll consider your proposal. I'll take my leave now. At this point, Dae-young called, asking me to return the script to him. Then a voice called out to me, Kang Woo-jin. Why didn't you accept the acting offer immediately? Seeing my idol talking to me, my heart was wildly excited. But to maintain my image, I remained expressionless. As I just said, I need to consider. While my inner thought was that immediately agreeing wouldn't be cool. At this point, Hong Hae-jun came closer. So do you have an agency? Though my heart was pounding, I said breezily, no! After a while, the elevator finally opened, and the goddess waved goodbye, Woo-jin. I hope to see you again in the work. Behind the aloof exterior, I was already a little fanboy. I had a close conversation with Hong Hae-jun. Amazing. After everyone dispersed, the production company staff gathered to watch my performance. After watching, Director Lee found it incredible. Didn't expect it to be this good. Did you see how he immediately returned to his original self after performing? That kind of top-tier acting is rarely seen. While Writer Park just felt troubled, besides him, no one can satisfy me. What if he refuses? Director Lee was somewhat indignant, though he's certainly very good. He just said he'd consider and left. Very rude. You and Writer Park are big shots. Countless people are fighting to play this role. Usually when receiving an offer, one should agree immediately. Is it necessary to hold on to such an arrogant guy? Director Song expressed helplessness. He's been like this from the start. Maybe that's just young people. Could he have some deeper thoughts? Thinking of this, the director had an epiphany. He must want to raise his value. And Director Lee was endlessly shocked. A complete newcomer also wants to raise his appearance fee. Seeing this, Writer Park said gravely, whether or not he's trying to raise his value. Don't be stingy with money. Hearing this, the director immediately began discussing my appropriate compensation. Let's do this. Give him above-average compensation, but add confidentiality clauses to the contract. He's a smart person who knows his own value. I think the maximum compensation is this amount. So Songman Woo immediately called me. Woo-jin, have you considered it well? Are you worried about the appearance fee? Not interrogating, just curious. Let's do this. We also want to confirm the person quickly. Let's meet tomorrow and talk. Meanwhile, I was also confused. What does suddenly asking me out mean? Let me go ask Dae Young and return the borrowed scripts to him. But first, I'm puzzled why that script called Credit Bureau hasn't been produced. Dae Young explained it recently started production, but as an unknown director with a short film, it won't make waves. The only successful result would be winning awards at film competitions or short film festivals. I then asked him about the production company for Credit Bureau and what would happen if an unknown actor was invited by a famous director to perform in a work. Kim Dae Young said that's simply impossible, only in dreams. Hearing this, I was serious. If it were you, how much appearance fee would you get? Kim Dae Young explained if there's such a good opportunity, even $3,000 per episode would require immense gratitude. The next day, I came to the meeting place as agreed, but Director Lee in front of me seemed to have a bad attitude. At this point, he also called out to me, "Mr. Kang Yujin, I have something to say. I've been in this industry for a long time. This is the first time I've seen this situation. Though I don't know your expectations, the appearance fee is already very high. This is also the director and writer's insistence. After all, many people are watching. It's not good to have people gossiping from the start." Hearing this, I expressed agreement. After all, my expectations weren't high to begin with, and according to Dae Young, I thought 3,000 would be high enough. Thinking this, I met the director again. "Come, Woo-jin, this is your contract draft." Hearing the director mention appearance fee, I looked at the line I cared about. This look truly shocked me. "Your appearance fee is 2.5 million per episode. How about it?" Compensation 800 times higher than expected left me shocked, speechless, and one episode alone is higher than my monthly salary. However, my panicked frozen face made the director think I wasn't satisfied with the compensation. "Woo-jin, newcomer compensation usually falls between 200,000 to 400,000, but you can't be treated as a newcomer. Our offer of 2.5 million is a conservative estimate not including reruns and platforms. In total, all fees should exceed 10 million. With your ability, even breaking 10 million per episode in the future is very possible. So what do you think of this price?" Though wildly happy inside, I still wanted to confirm my value. Is my value at the level of 2.5 million per episode? Seeing this, the director became even more anxious. Out of desire to secure me, this aloof genius, he spoke again. "My personal judgment is 3.5 million. This is truly an unprecedented situation, on the condition of adding a confidentiality agreement." Hearing this, I also slowly spoke. "I think it's very reasonable." So next, Director Lee properly introduced me to the contract contents. Finally, the director explained that when the script comes out, they'll contact me and give it to me. "Though you don't have an agency now. Once this drama airs, many people will definitely contact you. You just need to practice your acting. I'll give you the first episode's script." Coming out of the building, I still found it unbelievable. My God, did I really become an actor? In the future, those people will also see me on TV. I'll have my own manager. Then, I also need to find an agency. Right, I also need to tell my parents about this. As for my mom's daughter, forget it. The next second, I told my mom about quitting. "Also, Mom, I think I became an actor." However, there was a rare silence on the other end. "Son, do you want to see a doctor?" After signing on for the Park Dairy role, the name Kang Woo-jin immediately spread throughout the industry. Though people discussed me, my identity wasn't revealed. They all speculated I was a top actor from abroad or a powerhouse performer. And except for my true identity, I became increasingly famous in the industry. Meanwhile, I had no idea about this. After browsing film forums, I tried to confirm information about Credit Bureau. However, there was no mention of director Shin Dong-chun's information. As Dae Young said, short films and art films are indeed difficult. Should I give up on Credit Bureau? But that script is really interesting. Even unproduced, it was rated B class. Then let me personally visit the film company. The next second, an unknown number made my phone ring. I guessed it must be my mom's daughter who heard I want to be an actor and specifically came to mock me. "Hello, does this guy need a scolding?" So annoying, but this seems to be a different number. A gentle female voice came through the phone. "Hello, I'm Hong Hee-jun." Hearing this, I froze in place. Hong Hee-jun, a top actress personally calling me. "Calm down, Kang Woo-jin. Must maintain a dignified image." So I said in a low voice, "Hello, I heard you confirmed you'll play Park Dairy. The staff are all discussing you now. This role was originally a hot potato. You'll become a popular star at this rate. Everyone thinks it's a famous actor, then sees an unfamiliar face. It'll be very interesting. So Woo-jin, see you at the script reading." After hanging up, my heart was racing. She not only called me, but also told me about the industry's reaction. The industry and my family have completely different reactions. On the other side, director Song-man Woo met with director Shin Dong-chun. The two are old friends, now catching up. Shin Dong-chun before him had set his sights on making films, but was incredibly miserable. Shin Dong-chun lamented that his film Credit Bureau got investment, but the investors' requirement was to use their actors and have Park Young-hyuk as the lead. Director Song was shocked. "Isn't that the bastard who drinks and hits people? He's using small films to slowly whitewash his image." While Shin Dong-chun showed complete disappointment, "I didn't go through so many hard days to help him whitewash." Song-man Woo took the opportunity opportunity to propose introducing an actor to him. I want to introduce you to an actor who's not exactly famous, though I don't know if he'll agree. He's also someone we had difficulty getting. His name is Kang Yujin. Shin Dong-chun was somewhat dazed. If he's going to act in your TV drama, he should be a decent newcomer. But credit bureau is my last pride. If people look down on it, I'll really be in pain. I'm a bit tired. The next morning, the unconventional profiler officially started its announcement. As the buzz grew higher, writer Park said there would be eye-catching actors in this work. Discussion about whether it would become the year's best TV drama rose accordingly. Meanwhile, Shin Dong-chun was also waiting for newcomers brought by GGO Entertainment to audition. Seeing they were too late, Shin Dong-chun decided not to wait. The next second, he saw my tall, handsome figure. Clearly said 3 o'clock. You're a bit late. But where did Director Park go? Come in first. Your resume will be given to me by Director Park later. Can you perform a scene for me first? Though his words left me, who hadn't explained my purpose, confused, I still prepared a segment. This film tells of a man named Kim Yujin who runs a credit bureau alone. A 40-year-old outsider came to the door, saying his wife seemed to be having an affair and wanted to commission Kim Yujin to help confirm. Accepting the commission, the protagonist began investigating the man's wife and found she was indeed meeting another man. Kim Yujin followed them to a villa deep in the forest. Halfway through the meal, the man's head suddenly fell into the bowl. The wife then made a phone call. A burly man arrived to drag away the body, then disappeared. The protagonist witnessed the murder scene in panic. Confirming the villa window wasn't locked, he snuck inside. In the basement with the door open, there was a man lying on the ground. At the same time, voices came from upstairs. Kim Yujin could only hide in a corner nearby. Credit Bureau. This short film mixed the tension and reversal elements in the small space of a villa. To play Kim Yujin well, one must convey a terrifying atmosphere of being in hell. After seeing my performance, Shin Dong-chun was stunned. The scene just now was like Kim Yujin was right there. Gigo actually cultivated such a newcomer. The next second, Director Park pushed the door open with the newcomer. Director Shin, I'm late. Who's that person across from you? Seeing this, both Shin Dong-chun and I looked shocked. I immediately explained, you seem to have a misunderstanding. My name is Kang Yujin. At this moment, my heart was also a bit disappointed. No wonder he kept welcoming me. Turns out he got the wrong person. Looks like that big guy is the person he arranged to meet. Staying longer will cause complications. I immediately got up to leave. Because it's B-class content and also good, I came, but seems difficult. Even the main and supporting roles are already decided. I don't want to play below supporting roles. At this point, Director Shin wanted to call out to me, and the name felt familiar. Isn't this the name that Man Woo mentioned? On the other side, Song Man Woo's phone also rang. Man Woo! That actor you mentioned yesterday named Kang Yujin. Is he about 180 centimeters, gives off a very cold feeling with a deep voice. Did you tell him about my film? He came to find me? Everyone hearing this was shocked. What's going on? Why did he go looking for you? He performed for me. How could his acting be this good, even more vivid than the characters in the script? Hearing this, Song Man Woo said seriously, I'm not clear on the exact situation, but only one thing is certain. Woojin finding you himself is like a phoenix coming to your door. Missing him, you'll definitely regret it deeply. Though we were all impressed by his acting, that's not the only basis for my judgment. His personal temperament is extraordinary, different from other celebrities. But he actually went looking for you himself. This shows he likes your work. And hearing this, Shin Dong-chun's eyes became even more complex. Likes my work. Meanwhile, Song Man-woo didn't hesitate to give him my phone number. After hanging up, the well-traveled director Song was even a bit jealous. Hearing my name on the phone, Hong Hae-jun was also very curious. As the male lead, Ryu Jung-min was equally curious about the person playing Park Derry. There are only rumors. No one knows the exact situation. Give me a hint so I can imagine. Why so mysterious? The director played it mysterious, saying it's a surprise anyway. You'll know then. To strengthen their friendship, the director proposed reading the script in the form of a group trip. At this point, back home, I was still a bit discouraged. The lead role for Credit Bureau is already confirmed, and they're all handsome men and beautiful women. In the end, no matter how powerful the subspace, it's not as strong as real-world contracts. But there's not only one script in the world. I don't need to care too much. At this point, another unknown number called. On the other end was Shin Dong-chun's voice. After introducing himself, he quickly proposed meeting. I want to talk with you about Credit Bureau. The next day, we successfully met at a cafe. Sorry for suddenly calling you last night. I worried for a long time and still felt it wasn't polite. You've read my script called Credit Bureau. What do you think? Hearing this, I expressed approval plainly. I really like that work. And Shin Dong-chun, who had hit walls everywhere, hearing this couldn't help but shed tears of emotion. Man Woo was right. Feels like the wounds trampled during this time have healed. Thank you, Woo Jin. I'm a bit confused. Why is he suddenly crying? Is it because of the word like? Then Shin Dong-chun asked me which parts of the film I liked. conflict. Having experienced the protagonist's feelings, I also honestly shared my views. The deep understanding moved the director even more. An actor actually likes this work this much. Absolutely can't let it become a whitewashing tool. Everything needs to be completely overturned. With that, he looked sincere. Please play the lead role Kang Yujin in Credit Bureau Woojin. Hearing this, I thought I heard wrong. Then confirmed again. The director explained Credit Bureau is a work for film festivals. The Mijangson Short Film Festival is the most authoritative festival for short films. The judges are some of the country's top directors. Because actors who win at the festival immediately become famous, the competition is extreme. After he finished, I was in a fog, but still pretended to know. The festival is held every April. That's my dream. After saying that, he gave me a bunch of supplementary information about Credit Bureau's creative history. But I'm prepared to overturn everything. I'll restart with you as the center. Please agree to perform. You don't need to force yourself, I said. No forcing. I'll bear everything. You just act. A role must be played by an actor who likes it to come alive. Let's do this together, Woojin. There's no way to stop him anymore. But Credit Bureau is also one of my goals. Then please take care of me, director. The official contract will proceed after the production company is confirmed. I'll definitely find investors, don't worry. Seeing the director's burning enthusiasm, I didn't mention things like him having already decided on the lead before. On the other side, the GGO CEO slammed the table. That Shin Dong-chun guy dares to kick Gigo Entertainment aside. Until yesterday, there were no problems. I took such good care of him, yet he's playing big shot with some third-rate script, and former top actor Park Young-hyuk also had doubts. He might have found a new lead, maybe even a top actor. For garbage like Credit Bureau that's been abandoned for 2 years, only we should be able to offer good conditions. Whatever. If no A-list actor news comes out, he probably used some small actor. Go hint to other companies not to invest a single cent in him. Also, Young-hyuk, I'll push you. You need to achieve better results than Credit Bureau. Betting my pride on it. We'll make a work that can win at the Mijangson Film Festival. Hong Hye-jun heard that Kang Woo-jin was going to act in a short film and couldn't wait to inquire about it. She was amazed by my acting and didn't want to miss any news. How can I act like Woo-jin? Once he blows up, he'll completely overshadow all other actors. Ugh, I really don't want to be outshined. Thinking this, she opened her agent's door. There's a film called Credit Bureau. Can you help me find out about its current situation? You're already playing the female lead in a hit TV drama script. You don't want to act in a short film too, do you? No, I'm just a bit interested. Once you say you're interested, it means you want to act. Hong Hae-jun saw his interest and began describing what happened recently. Woo-jin is really amazing. He pointed it out directly. You're interested in Kang Woo-jin's acting, not in Credit Bureau. You haven't even read the script, have you? By the way, how much money do we have? Hae-jun changed the subject. I hope you can prepare some money. He's very special. After reading the script, someone will definitely snatch him up immediately. This is the first time in all these years he's seen Hae-jun this nervous. So he set about inquiring into Credit Bureau's situation. He immediately learned about director Shin Dong-chun falling out with GGO Entertainment. Seems this film is currently facing production difficulties. Seeing this, Hae-jun smiled slightly. You know our BW Entertainment is also preparing investment business, right? On the other side, I was invited to Writer Park Studio. The director and writer wanted to talk with me about the script reading. At this point, director Song suddenly asked me how I got the Credit Bureau script. Too lazy to explain in detail, I simply said, someone I know gave it to me. The director explained, we're also curious why you suddenly chose that script. Both characters are very difficult to portray. Honestly, betting on this short film is too risky, but you seem very confident. I found this hard to explain. Can't exactly say the system rated it B class. It was based on my intuition. Hearing this, both looked confused. The director was increasingly puzzled. Is your intuition always accurate? Intuition is actually the eye and instinct for evaluating works. One of the essential qualities for actors. It's almost an innate talent. Very few actors have this ability. If Credit Bureau succeeds, while I still maintained a cold expression, my intuition is always accurate. This work won't fail. In fact, it'll be very successful. Seeing this, both worried about my future, this is the most important period for you. And because I knew nothing, I always looked indifferent. At this point, the writer and director couldn't help asking, Woo-jin, what do you think of our drama? How could two people's work not succeed? Looking at their expectant eyes. I actually wasn't being perfunctory because the system rated it a class. Then the writer handed me the revised first episode script. The director also proposed conducting the script reading in the form of a group trip. He explained this was to cultivate everyone's chemistry and strengthen relationships. Hearing this, I was of course very excited. Going out with Hong Hae-jun and other celebrities? So cool, my life has completely changed. Thinking this, I agreed. At this point, I received another call from director Shin Dong-chun. Meet tomorrow morning to further discuss Credit Bureau. Song Man-woo asked about the filming of Credit Bureau. I explained plainly that since this short film currently only has me as an actor, there's no group reading. Hearing this, Director Song planned to connect the very interested Hae-jun. The next day, I met with Director Shin Dong-chun. He got straight to the point, explaining the difficulties he faced. Seems he's being suppressed by GGO. Was very confident at the time, but now even getting investment is very difficult. So I decided to cut a few scenes to save filming costs. Even if quality drops, there's no choice. Sorry, Woo-jin. The more he thought, the more desperate he became. His credit bureau, really a film I'll never be able to make in my lifetime. At this point, a sweet female voice came, so there's a place like this. Director, I want to act in credit bureau. Is that okay? Director Shin Dong-chun looked bewildered. Hong Hae-jun? You? What did you say? While beneath my expressionless exterior, I was already shocked. Why would a top actress suddenly come here? What the hell? You weren't scared at all. Did you already know I was going to act in this work? I said calmly. I was scared, but I quickly figured it out. Director Song Man-woo must have told her our location. I further confirmed if the goddess really wanted to act in this film. Of course I'm not joking. Though I look like I'm always playing around, I'm actually very busy. Hearing this, I was wildly happy inside, but still spoke coldly. If you want to act, then act. The director was even more delighted. You really want to act in this? But he immediately became dejected. Hae-jun, but I can't afford your appearance fee. Hong Hae-jun took out the agency representative's business card. We're the investors. You don't need to worry. If you personally contact our BW Entertainment's representative Choi, he'll explain everything. But please keep my participation in this work confidential until it's publicly released. After saying this, she turned to ask me, why did you choose this film? Based on my intuition. Hong Hae-jun smiled brilliantly at me. Let's keep in touch from now on. The most shocked was the director, Woo-jin. You didn't know about this either. Hong Hae-jun is asking me to keep in touch with her like a friend. After returning home, I couldn't help but sigh. What a dizzying day. Now I'm working on 2 consecutive projects with the goddess Hong Hae-jun. Wonder what Kim Dae-young will say when he hears. Suddenly feeling full of motivation. Why not rehearse all the characters in the script? Thinking this, I directly entered the subspace. At this point, I noticed that Writer Park's revised script was now rated a plus. Can grades actually increase? This is good news. Maybe S-Class will appear in the future. I don't know much about films, but to maintain my image among top actors requires some skill. Let me rehearse all the characters. A few days later, after director Shin got the investment, he finally rented the villa he'd had his eye on as a filming base. And today also happened to be the group trip script reading. The noisy voices made me extremely nervous. At this point, a staff member stopped me. Sir, staff and outsiders can't enter. Hong Hae-jun looked happy. He's staff. Anyway, we're giving everyone a surprise later, so pretend for now. Also, you're dressed too casually. You're an actor. You need to pay more attention to your image from now on. Why waste that face? Let me give you some simple makeup. Come on. After some grooming, I was immersed in the joy from earlier. Hae-jun actually did my makeup herself. But as more people arrived, I also started getting nervous. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Everyone's just human. Watching everyone constantly greeting Hong Hae-jun, I felt more like a ghost. Just follow behind Hong Hae-jun. Control expression, control expression. Wow, isn't that idol Ryu Jung-min? At this point, he spoke up. Have you seen the actor playing Park Dae-ri? Wow, is that your manager behind you? He's so handsome. You should definitely try the actor route, otherwise that face is wasted. But he noticed I wasn't speaking, really cold, or is he nervous? Actually, I was too busy looking at his face and forgot to respond. Hong Hae-jun gently called out to me. Popular actor Park Dae-ri's seat is over there. Go sit down. While Ryu Jung-min asked the director if the actor playing Park Dae-ri didn't come. He came. Seeing this, I felt guilty. Then everyone's eyes turned to me. Hello, everyone. I'm Kang Yujin playing Park Dae-ri. I was panicking inside. Stop looking at me. I'm very nervous. All right, this is the highly anticipated Kang Yujin. Everyone greeted him with their eyes, right? Ryu Jung-min was very surprised. Director, don't you rarely use newcomers? His reactions are stiff. His acting might be very rigid, too. The director smiled slightly. You'll know when you see. All right, let's start the script reading session now. Seeing this, I finally breathed a sigh of relief. It's starting. The story takes place in 2010, consisting of 4 segments. Park Dae-ri is the main character of the first segment. The first scene starts with discovering a man's corpse in the mountains. The male lead is a criminal profiler, Ryu Ji-hyung, with a genius brain but lazy. Then there's the passionate female lead, Young-yun-hee. Though this is just a script reading, it's expressed very realistically. But these supporting actors read very stiffly. This made me, who had rehearsed many times, unable to help critiquing internally. Fortunately, the director pointed out his problem in time. You're reading very dryly, listlessly. During the script reading, I instantly felt the joy of acting. Next was Park Dae-ri's first appearance, a solo scene. After the director finished, I directly entered Park Dae-ri's perspective. That segment I'd rehearsed countless times had become my memory. My eyes suddenly changed, showing a sinister, psychotic smile. Wherever my sharp gaze went, several people present couldn't help feeling chills down their backs. Hong Hae-jun felt my acting had become even more divine. Ryu Jung-min couldn't help trembling. So you're here, you little brat. Such amazing acting. Who exactly are you? The emotional transition is way too fast. This can't be achieved just through practice. It doesn't even look like acting. The person in front of us is Park Dae-ri himself. So round and cute. Makes me want to squeeze you until you burst. Next was the second episode where Ryu Ji-hyung acts opposite Park Dae-ri. You turned yourself in. Why go to such trouble? With your methods, you could hide, and this case would never be solved. Doing it is fine, but I can't stand being wrongly accused. The reason I turned myself in is I can't accept someone imitating my great work. There's a fake. Go investigate and see for yourselves. After performing, Ryu Jung-min was shocked and sweating profusely. The veteran actor beside him reminded him not to get distracted. He used only acting to intimidate everyone. Emotions perfectly controlled. Definitely not just a simple newcomer. No idea where such an absurd guy came from. You need to get your act together. Otherwise, you'll be outshined. The script reading session ended, and everyone was still immersed in discussing me. While I was already starving, I'm definitely going to pig out on meat later. Just as I was hesitating whether to leave, someone called out to me. Woo-jin, hello, we're the behind-the-scenes team. Sorry, we'd like to ask you a few questions. I maintained my cold element, I understand. You acted really well. How much time did you spend analyzing and practicing? Hearing her ask so seriously, I frantically organized my lines internally. After all, one wrong move might look really lame. It's purely because the script is good. You suddenly appeared like a comet. Were you in a theater troupe before? Did you accumulate your acting there? At this point, everyone's eyes turned to me. No, I'm self-taught. This shocked the behind-the-scenes team leader. Self-taught? Are you kidding? That level of acting can't possibly be learned through self-study. But he looks so serious. Ryu Jung-min took another hit. Self-taught. How is that possible? Only Hae-jun smiled gently. What the hell? I just told the truth. Why is everyone staring at me so fiercely? Better run quickly. Sorry, I'm not good at talking. Wait, Woo-jin. Many entertainment company directors are chasing after me. The BW entertainment director also found it incredible. Acting isn't some memorization subject. Self-teaching to this level is almost impossible, Hae-jun explained. I heard his past is very mysterious. Wonder what circumstances he has. No wonder you insisted so much on catching him. My first impression was just that he was pretty good. But the acting he displayed was both delicate and clean. Doesn't feel discordant. That guy's a monster genius, Hong Hae-jun reminded. All the entertainment companies present today are probably coveting Woo-jin, and many entertainment companies have probably already given Woo-jin their business cards. Are you planning to do nothing? How could I? To get him, I need to take action too. So during the dinner gathering, everyone was still discussing my divine acting. Ryu Jung-min was also distracted. That's among the top performances I've seen in my career. At this point, some people nearby were discussing me. Why isn't Kang Yujin joining the dinner? Is he being arrogant? Ryu Jung-min came to my defense. From my perspective, his acting is close to monstrous. It's fine if he doesn't come to a voluntary dinner. Plus, getting so deep into character makes it hard to calm emotions quickly. His acting is on a completely different level from ours. So, from my perspective, he's just very tired and went to rest. I imagine he's alone in his room calming his emotions. Everyone can understand that, right? By the way, director, I want to ask, where exactly did you discover such a genius actor? Songman Woo explained countless people have asked today. I'm just guessing. Because he has absurdly good acting and unknown origins, I guess he was abroad before. And he's always emanated a lonely aura from beginning to end. Perhaps a genius born for acting. Hearing this, Ryu Jung-min couldn't sit still anymore. Can't remain passive like this. I need to practice hard after all. The lead can't be outshined by a supporting role. Other actors also rushed off to practice. The director smiled with satisfaction. Woo-jin inspired everyone's fighting spirit. The work's quality will continue to improve. Little did they know. At this moment, I was enjoying steak in my dreams. Turns out I didn't eat a single piece of beef all day. Really frustrating. Hae-jun on the side also noticed my unhappiness. He seems even colder than usual. Woo-jin, by the way, where do you live? Let me drive you home. Of course, I was extremely excited inside. Then I won't be polite. But after getting in the car, I discovered there was someone else there. It was BW Entertainment's director. Hello, Woo-jin. Hae-jun introduced. This is my agency's representative. Choi Sung-gun slowly spoke. I coincidentally became connected with you. You know we invested in Credit Bureau. We'll be counting on you for this work. Let me be direct. I heard you don't have an agency yet. We want to be with you at the starting point of your acting career. Hearing this, I was stunned. Are you proposing a contract with me? That's right. Though our company is relatively small, compared to dispersed management, we can give you practical help. Hearing this, though I didn't know how to respond, I still spoke coldly. Very good. Choi Sung-gun, seeing me completely expressionless, felt I was an extremely experienced top actor. If you come to our company, I'll be your manager. I'll let you walk proudly through this forest. I think about 10 companies gave gave you cards. Did they mention signing bonuses? The aloof me chose to answer simply. Others mentioned some exceptional conditions. We'll try our best to accommodate you too. I hope you can come to our company to hear about the contract terms. Seeing this, I also didn't rashly agree. I'll consider it and contact you later. After a busy day, I finally returned home. Though I expected it, I'm still conflicted. Credit Bureau is about to start filming. Let me experience it first. But when I entered the subspace to start rehearsing, I was shocked to discover the unconventional profiler had become S-class. Whatever, let me rehearse Kang Yujin from Credit Bureau first. Time flew by, and in the blink of an eye, it was the day of filming Credit Bureau. At this point, I noticed the villa in front of me looked similar to the one I rehearsed in the subspace, and the actors all sat on rows of benches. They couldn't help sighing how nice it is to have seats. Unknown actors like themselves usually stand. Soon they started discussing the film's leads. I heard even the lead is just an unknown actor. The director has a small reputation in the TV drama circle. Expectations are quite high for this film. Makes no sense to use an unknown actor as the lead. Probably got the lead role through investment. The acting is probably very bad. Their words reached my ears completely, but considering my monster actor persona, I didn't get angry. Director Shin Dong-chun appeared. Our lead should also go prepare. I suddenly stood up, undoubtedly startling the few people who were gossiping. What do we do? Is he that lead? Then he must be angry. To this I just said coldly, I don't have an agency. Sorry, we didn't know you were there. We apologize. What misunderstanding? Can you tell me too? Hong Hae-jun made a shining entrance, and the director also introduced everyone that the role of wife will be played by Hong Hae-jun. Ignoring everyone's shocked looks, Hae-jun happily greeted me. Thus began 5 days of filming. The first scene was my solo shot. Naturally, I was nervous for my first filming. As the makeup artist started doing my makeup, my spectacular performance began. This time, I had to act more realistically than the script reading. After all, I needed to add physical movements, as my eyes radiated a brilliant golden light. The director was stunned once again. The unique coldness in his eyes disappeared. His transformation speed is simply unbelievable. The next second, I accidentally fell, landing on one knee. Kang Yujin's character is someone who's missing a screw. Has he already perfected the details to this extent? He's completely brought the character Kang Yujin to life. So impressive. Hong Hae-jun marveled again. His attention to detail makes his acting even more perfect. Hearing the discussion behind me, I stood up. Damn, so embarrassing. I actually fell for real. Could it be because I was too nervous? Making this kind of mistake? I'm definitely done for. But the director doesn't seem to be giving any signal. What's with this quiet, serious atmosphere? Whatever, just focus and keep acting. The protagonist is in a frightened state, but must keep moving forward. Seeing the murder scene is my motivation to move forward. My expression had already changed to a psychotic curiosity. They say it's a crime scene, yet there's a pungent fragrance here. However, this calm didn't last long. Is this another corpse? Is he still alive? Hearing the sound, I cowered and hid, while the woman sat right behind me. Seeing this brilliant performance, everyone couldn't help sighing at how huge the gap is among unknown actors. The director praised continuously. Woojin's acting has improved again. Perhaps that dream is no longer just a dream. Now we just need to perform well ourselves, Hae-jun said to the actors behind her. As the 30-second trailer for the unconventional profiler went viral, the filming of Credit Bureau also concluded. After 5 busy days, my feelings were complicated. Seems both happy and reluctant. After all, this was my first time acting in a film as the lead, though everything was unfamiliar and hard. But it was also very interesting and enjoyable, but truly exhausting. How tiring will the unconventional profiler be? Meanwhile, I received a call from Kim Dae-young. Hey! Kang Yujin, come out for a drink now. Everyone says they're free. I refused. You guys drink by yourselves. You unemployed bum. Why are you pretending to be busy, acting all mysterious? I'm really very busy. I'll tell you later. Bye. With that, I hung up directly. At this point, the director's voice startled me. Woojin, aren't you tired? You barely show any expression. Then the director explained the editing needed after filming, and the Mijang-son Film Festival activities will run from mid to late April. The director reminded me to spend money on buying a more expensive suit. Getting into Mijang-son Film Festival is my dream. The lead will definitely need to attend. Actually, this should be managed by your agency, though you don't have one yet. The unconventional profiler is quite large scale. If you sign a contract, make sure to get a signing bonus. Many entertainment companies will be coveting you now, because you've already skipped the newcomer training stage. You just started and already consecutively played lead and major supporting roles with very mature acting. So, I feel your signing bonus should reach 20 million. After proposing this astonishing figure, the director handed me the new script script for the unconventional profiler. All these things will be completed one by one. After finishing everything, I finally returned home. Before sleeping soundly, there's one particularly important thing. That day, entertainment companies gave me a total of 8 business cards. I shouldn't have to visit all 8 companies, right? Can't act rashly. Thinking this, I picked up the phone. On the other side, at BW Entertainment Company, Choi Sung-gun was asking Hong Hae-jun if her recent filming went smoothly. Hae-jun just felt a bit of a headache. Watching Kang Yujin act and experiencing it firsthand are completely different. I even felt intimidated. From the middle onward, I was basically acting on competitive spirit alone, while he's almost the character itself. Thinking this, she became more troubled. But I still want to continue watching Kang Yujin act because I want to act better. Thinking this, she asked Choi Sung-gun about the contract with me. The next second, he received my call. Wow, it's actually Kang Yujin. Woo-jin, I've been waiting for your call. Of course, that's great. I'll come near your place tomorrow and we'll have a good talk. But I still personally came to BW Entertainment the next day. Then received an enthusiastic welcome from BW. Then I noticed this new company was almost maintained by one top actor. Choi Sung-gun got straight to the point, first mentioning the signing bonus. Other companies also mentioned exceptional parts.
Do you have an expected amount? Seeing this, I hesitated. If I propose 20 million, will I be directly rejected?
Going for it. I immediately prepared to speak. Woo-jin, what do you think of 30 million? What? I forcibly suppressed my smile and surprise. What's with this 30 million? Seeing me silent, Choi Sung-gun added, can go up to 40 million. Me, who'd never seen the world, was already completely stunned. Hearing this, I controlled my expression. There should be no reason to refuse this. Let me respond naturally first. I'm curious how you arrived at this amount, Choi Sung-gun slowly explained. In recent years, everyone tends to avoid signing bonuses. Popular actors don't take signing bonuses, but instead take houses or other compensation. Newcomers generally don't get signing bonuses, but your situation is very special. But honestly speaking, to the public, you're still just an ordinary person. In the entertainment industry, recognition is very important. Entertainment companies that don't know you will think our approach is crazy, but anyone who's seen you will be amazed. But this industry is always full of uncertainty. That uncertainty has nothing to do with your acting. Other entertainment companies probably won't give you over 40 to 50 million, but there's something more important: profit distribution and contract duration. With that, he handed over another contract. Then continued, trainees and newcomers distribution is generally 50 to 50 or 40 to 60. Our profit distribution is tentatively set at 90 to 10. You take the larger share. And contract renewal time is 1 year. How about that? Hearing this, I was excited to the extreme. There's no better treatment anywhere else, right? These conditions are very suitable. And there's someone I like in the company. So while affirming the conditions, I added 2 points. One is don't ask about the past. One is only accept works I want to act in. After brief consideration, Choi Sung-gun agreed to everything. Then please take care of me, representative. Hearing this, Choi Sung-gun couldn't help but rejoice wildly. I also ask you to take care of me, our BW's number 2 actor. At this point, I handed him a business card I got from a film company last time. They told me I must contact them. Choi Sung-gun took the card looking bewildered. This is the most famous film company in the country, and the recommending director might be the great director Woo Hyun-gu. Seeing this situation, he directly prepared to call director Choi at the film company. And as soon as the other party answered and understood the purpose, he proposed meeting. With no choice, we came to Box Movie Film Company. After we waited for half an hour, director Choi finally appeared. Sorry, I suddenly had something to handle on the way here. Woo-jin, we finally meet. I read from his superficially relaxed but deliberately serious face the anger from me ignoring him for a week. Anyway, you know director Woo Hyun-gu. I told him about you, but almost got scolded because you didn't contact me. You need to attend an audition. This is the film script. Choi Sung-gun on the side was also overjoyed. If you can act in the great director Woo Hyun-gu's work, then Woo-jin, though I hate this guy in the back, absolutely can't ignore a great opportunity. Woo-jin, this is a great opportunity. You must agree. Hearing this, I was very cold. Please help me refuse. What? Wait, did you just say refuse? Did I hear wrong? However, I was firm. Please help me refuse. Choi Sung-gun was already dumbfounded. He's really serious. Truly an unpredictable person. You're refusing after just reading a few pages of the script. Calm down. Hearing this, I still insisted. Please help me refuse. Choi Sung-gun was sweating profusely. If that's the case, can only wrap it nicely. Ha ha! Director Choi, our Woo-jin says the script is excellent. It's an outstanding script that makes you want to read it again and again. He quickly changed the subject, by the way. The director is indeed amazing, barely resting before diving into the next script. I'll check the schedule later and contact you as soon as possible. Contact me quickly, or I'll get scolded by the director, Director Choi said, displeased. Then we'll take our leave. After looking around to confirm no one was nearby, Choi Sung-gun quickly leaned to my ear. Woo-jin refusing like this, you must have a reason. Why exactly? Seeing this, I was also helpless, because I just ran to the subspace to confirm the grade. Turns out this work is actually F class. How bad does it have to be to get F class? I just became an actor. Should probably act in more successful works. But I can't directly say this film is F class right now, so I had to deflect. My intuition tells me that work isn't very good. Choi Sung-gun was even more confused. What? Are you uncomfortable somewhere like a headache? So please help me refuse the audition. This firmness made him more certain I was crazy. Scene change. I was back home again. At this point, Hong Ye-jun called again. Strongly suppressing my inner joy, I answered. A sweet female voice sounded. I heard you decided to join our company, but I'm curious what the most crucial reason for joining our company was. Hearing this, I decided to be honest. There are many reasons, and also because you're at that company. We chatted for a bit more. She told me the TV drama's first filming date is next Wednesday. After hanging up, I started new practice again. In the subspace, I noticed that F-class work again. Whatever, let me rehearse and see. At this point, an English name caught my attention. This is the first time portraying a foreign character. The next second, the system prompted, English rehearsal preparing. Suddenly blinding white light struck. In the black space, a giant letter rushed toward me. What's going on? Then a whole swarm of letters came rushing at me crazily. As the system prompted, rehearsal complete, I just felt dizzy. Very similar to playing a character. The next second, I tried saying 2 English sentences and found my speaking was absolutely first rate. Now I not only speak fluently but can also understand almost any word. This system isn't just amazing at memorizing lines, it can actually implant other languages into my brain. Good thing I rehearsed this F-class script, though I don't know why it's rated so low. On the other side, in a corner room of the city, a recording played. The director said he'd take me home that day, ended up taking me to an empty massage parlor. I was so scared I ran as soon as I got out of the car. I've been recording since I got in the car. Anyway, no one would believe me even if I said it. Hearing this, the influencer smiled slightly. Now I can upload this to the platform. So next week will be the day director Woo Hyun-gu falls into the abyss. Time came to the next day. Choi Sung-gun arranged my schedule for the coming days. First is the TV drama's first filming. I heard they'll film scenes with Ryu Young-min and Park Dari. You're not the type to get nervous. Just prepare seriously for the next few days. Today, you need to make an official resume. So you need to go take photos first. Hearing this, having never taken professional photos, I felt a bit shy. The second thing is, I've already notified Box Movie that you won't attend the audition. They're indeed angry. A big company like them being rejected by an unknown actor, they definitely won't give you a good face in the future. You'll have a hard time acting in director Woo Hyun-gu's works in the future. He has a terrible temper. Hearing this, though I felt it was a pity. To maintain my persona, I still acted cold. Doesn't matter. Then I told Choi Sung-gun I needed a suit. He said the company will definitely prepare clothes. Just wear those to take photos later. Hearing this, I asked him for a Japanese script. No other reason. Just want to take a look. Choi Sung-gun was helpless. Why are all these requests incomprehensible? Why am I surrounded by crazy people? But fortunately, those crazy people are all very capable. So amid the photo studio staff's amazement, I made a shining entrance in a suit. With makeup and a suit, he really looks like an actor. Nothing to say. Representative, how about using this photo for the resume? Wow, it's really good. Let's use this one. Hey, uploading it to BW's homepage right away. At this point, Choi Sung-gun suddenly received a call from director Song. Representative Choi, are you busy? I'm just curious if Woo Jin is doing well at BW. Hearing this, Representative Choi had a belly full of grievances. He actually refused director Woo Hyun-gu's invitation. He said it was intuition. After reading a few pages of the script, he suddenly said it didn't feel right. Songman Woo was even more shocked. Did that monster activate his sixth sense again? Though the 2 works haven't shown results yet, Woo Jin's eye for things does seem unusual. Is director Woo Hyun-gu's work really that terrible? Simply incomprehensible. I need to pay close attention to that guy. So interesting. After hanging up, he received a call from an unknown number. The person claimed to be Kwon Ik-taek. Kwon Ik-taek, a famous great director. Kwon Ik-taek said nothing special, just wanted to quietly watch the TV drama filming. More precisely, wanted to confirm Ryu Young-min's situation. Songman Woo smiled slightly, so compared to actor popularity, he cares more about ability. But if he's coming to watch, probably can't ignore that unusual monster. On the other side, 3 top directors were gathered at a party. Woo Hyun-gu mentioned his audition event. Recently encountered an absurd thing. An unknown actor dared to directly refuse my audition. Too rude. He should at least explain to me. That guy's called Kang Yujin. If he comes to your set, don't pay attention to him. Even if his acting is good, he can't succeed. Kwon Ik-taek was startled. Maybe he has some circumstances. I think if the acting is good, it's fine. You're really something. That kind of guy should be trampled from the start. Hearing this, Kwon Ik-taek continued to refute. I feel you're just too narrow-minded. The next second, director Lee Gil-ju's phone rang. After saying a few quiet words to Kwon Ik-taek, he immediately excused himself and left. And facing Woo Hyun-goo's inquiry, Kwon Ik-taek was silent for a long time. Woo Hyun-goo, you shouldn't care about that unknown actor. Now's not the time to speak ill of others, because your life is about to be ruined. The influencer news starkly displayed an expose revealing Woo Hyun-goo's ugly truth. The person in question immediately panicked. Since you committed a crime, take care and atone for it. Scene change. Soon it was filming day. Getting out of the car, I looked bewildered. My God, this venue is huge. It's like a logistics center. This is so nerve-wracking. Director Kwon Ik-taek noticed me. He seemed startled. His face looks like an actor, but his reactions seem like a newcomer. Really cute. Wonder if he'll mess up his acting from nerves. Songman Woo also noticed director Kwon Ik-taek. There'll be a good show soon. He walked straight toward Choi Sung-gun. You must be satisfied. Two incredible actors, Hae Jun and Woo Jin, both joined BW. Choi Sung-gun was somewhat helpless. Those two are both unusual, but I'm also looking forward to it, especially Woo Jin. But I never expected I'd have a day refusing director Woo Hyun-goo, the reason being intuition. Songman Woo laughed. I'm also looking forward to this intuition part. At this point, an actor showed director Songman Woo the latest news, and the news starkly displayed director Woo Hyun-goo's misconduct. The sudden change shocked both of them. How could this happen? And it's well-founded. Doesn't seem like baseless rumors. If so, director Woo Hyun-goo will definitely go downhill. And there's something even more bizarre, that terrifying intuition. Can he predict the future? Can he actually see this kind of thing? While I was nervous on the side, I didn't notice their surprised looks at all. After a while, I also noticed that news. No wonder this work was rated F-class. I naturally assumed it was bad box office. Didn't expect this kind of thing to blow up. Woo Jin, did you know and that's why you refused? Both voices startled me. Director Woo Hyun-goo's matter. Hope you can explain to us. This made it hard for me to explain, but I still thought of a countermeasure. Just a coincidence. Right. This can only be explained by coincidence. The problem is that guy's intuition happened to guess that situation, and he can be this calm. Maybe this small matter is like daily life to him. You're basically cheating, Director Song quipped. Then he introduced me that today's main scenes have come from Park Derry. Then my assistant and makeup artist officially appeared. This is Jang Soo-hwan, who assists you on set, and stylist Han Yi-won. The few of us are Team Kang Yujin. Let's all work hard together. Everything was ready. The director reminded me that today might bring another reward, like a high-end imported car arriving among broken vehicles. On the other side, credit bureau and editing was repeatedly revised under the director's demands. In very tight time, 3 revisions had already been made. The actor's acting showed such sincerity. We absolutely can't ruin the entire work because of the director's editing. Even if it can't be perfect, we must complete it well. Under his efforts, credit bureau's rating also began increasing. Soon it changed from B-class to A-class. During TV drama filming, lead actor Ryu Young-min also arrived on time. He was secretly competing in his heart. Today, I absolutely can't be completely outshined by Park Derry. While maintaining the character Ryu Ji-hyung, I must also observe the Park Derry character. Need to observe him carefully. As soon as he entered, he saw me. Woo Jin, today I don't want to be outshined by you. Hearing this, I looked bewildered. What is that handsome guy talking about? Soon filming began. This scenario was completely different from filming Credit Bureau. Makes me want to vomit. Suddenly felt Ryu Young-min sitting across from me is amazing. I'm just an ordinary imitator, but this is also reality. At least my acting is real. The next second, staff helped me put on props. The first scene is content after Park Derry turned himself in, so handcuffs are needed. Then let's begin. As my eyes suddenly changed, a psychotic grin unique to perverts appeared on my face. How should I cooperate with you? Let's talk about some trivial things first. Did you eat breakfast? I really want a burger. I heard you have a sister. She committed suicide, right? Ryu Ji-hung asked. Hearing this, my voice trembled briefly. That's right, I used to. Have a sister. Saying this, the terrifying smile of a killer reappeared on my face. Ryu Jung-min couldn't help being startled, but he maintained composure. Sorry, that's not trivial. No, that is trivial. By the way, does that folder have my information? Aren't you investigating me to catch the real culprit? Ryu Ji-hyung picked up the materials. In my view, you're someone combining psychopathy and antisocial personality. Your father was addicted to gambling, constantly abusing your mother and sister, right? That's why your sister chose suicide. After that, your father and mother died in a car accident, but your father crawled out of the car before dying. Though there's no evidence, I thought about it. Someone who experienced a hellish life from birth. Would their son with antisocial personality be the murderer? Hearing this, I slowly spoke. I have several works known to the world. Do you think those are all? Never thought there might be other unknown works. This fierce and eerie gaze made Ryu Jung-min, who was acting opposite, tremble involuntarily, while Song Man-woo kept swallowing. Even director Kwon Ik-taek, who had seen countless big scenes, couldn't help marveling. Isn't that actor the newcomer I saw this morning? Ryu Jung-min is using full force not to be outshined. Strong curiosity made him ask staff about my information. Kang Yujin? Wait! Isn't that the unknown actor whose manners were eaten by dogs? Huh, with acting that good, of course there's no reason to attend an audition. And thanks to him, not just Ryu Jung-min, the entire crew's atmosphere is different from usual. This newcomer named Kang Yujin has taken on the role of pillar for the entire TV drama. At this point, director Kwon noticed people around starting to notice him, so he reluctantly left. That person's acting has the ability to capture attention. Finally, this scene was successfully filmed. I just felt tired and hungry. Not the same intensity as filming Credit Bureau. Ryu Jung-min was attracted by my trembling appearance. He comforted me. Park Dairy's emotions aren't easy to recover from. My hands are cramping too. I wanted to explain, but he interrupted. Of course you need to recover emotions after filming. That day during script reading, you couldn't join the dinner for this reason too. I understand this feeling very well, so you can tell me freely. Seeing him so gentle, I couldn't explain at all. Thank you, senior. So after maintaining this filming intensity for several days, my face was ashen, felt like I'd become an acting machine. While Ryu Jung-min across from me, though he got lines wrong 4 or 5 times, was still full of energy. This made me grateful for the subspace's existence. Otherwise, I'd be dead already. Though it's a pity I can't sleep, at least I can relieve fatigue. Noticing my unruffled state, director Song smiled with satisfaction. He can persist better than imagined. That kind of endurance is worthy of a born actor. Then he received another call from director Kwon Ik-taek. This made Song Man-woo very nervous. You came to see Ryu Jung-min because you want to invite him for your next work. Yes, but my new work hasn't been publicly announced yet. Please keep it secret. And regarding my acting, Kwon Ik-taek was full of praise. After that day, I even kept dreaming of that kid. Honestly, I called you also because of him. Where did you discover him? If possible, please tell me more information about him. Song Man-woo said helplessly, I don't know much either, because he's very mysterious. First of all, he's always acted alone. After investigating, you'll understand, he has almost no connections in the industry. What's certain is his acting is self-taught. At this time, Choi Sung-gun had already found a Japanese script. Great, now I just need to do it like learning English. Choi Sung-gun, seeing me read with relish, couldn't help wondering, did he live in Japan before? Does he want to break into Japanese entertainment? So he's reading? But breaking into Europe and America is better now. Does he know English? Meanwhile, I had already entered the subspace to learn Japanese. In no time, I had completely mastered Japanese. Then the representative received a call from director Shin. Woojin, Credit Bureau is edited. The director wants you to watch the preview. First time watching a film I acted in, I just felt my heart racing. Director Shin had become skin and bones from not eating or drinking for days. So the film began. Though this is just a short film, it's my first work and first time as the lead. In what form will I appear? Help! Suddenly had an urge to escape. Credit Bureau's runtime is 44 minutes. Though the viewing process was accompanied by embarrassment, the finished product was very similar to my subspace experience, very immersive. It's like through the film, watching my own life. Woojin, how is it? The director asked. It's wonderful, I blurted out. Just didn't expect he'd include the footage of me falling. The director mentioned the Mijang-san Film Festival changed sponsors this year, so the scale became bigger. Because of this, 2 new actor awards were added this year, Best Acting Award and Grand Prize. Though there are big changes, no worries. Credit Bureau will attract attention wherever it goes. When I was immersed in Credit Bureau's plot, the TV drama circle also erupted in silent warfare. Don't know if it's coincidence or intentional, 3 TV stations' promotional war escalated. Therefore, TV drama buzz also continued soaring. The unconventional profiler was also launching new filming. At this time, Choi Sung-gun noticed that Masked Uncle looked very familiar. While director Song was struggling to communicate with a foreign editor, they were speaking English. Don't make it too much like a fairy tale, but use the fairy tale feeling to set off hell. But the other party didn't seem to understand his meaning, while I, eavesdropping on the side, actually understood everything. After some hesitation, I still decided to step forward. English will be needed sooner or later anyway. Just present the bright tones of fairy tales in a dark and eerie way. For example, purple for the sea, dark blue for trees and grass. The key is eerie. I'm the actor playing that role. At this point, the foreigner understood. What about the fireworks explosion part? Present the cruel side in a fairy tale way. Imagine it like a child seeing blood splatter. Thank you. This is very helpful for the visuals. My fluent foreign language undoubtedly triggered discussion again. Woo Jin's English is basically native level. The director smiled slightly. I knew he's overseas educated. From the pronunciation, even higher than overseas Koreans level. Choi Sung-gun was also surprised. So he was in English-speaking countries before. What about Japanese? Can he speak at all? Director Song is right. He's really from overseas. He's someone who becomes more mysterious the more you know him. Today's filming is Park Daery's scene simulating serial killings on site. Park Daery recreates the killing process wearing handcuffs. When broadcast, it's presented to the audience as a flashback. That is, I must act out both the on-site simulation and actual killing scenes, including the present and past Park Daery. Thinking this, I felt a bit nauseous, though mentally prepared, still felt uncomfortable. In the subspace, I'd already experienced killing. Though that place is very magical, it might also be like hell. And I kept breaking through myself in this special atmosphere. Thinking this, I entered character in 1 second, my eyes full of disdain, facing countless people's accusations and curses, the corners of my mouth slightly raised. Really crude. I pulled the rope in my hand without hesitation, eyes only showing excitement. Miss, you're going to die today. I turned a deaf ear to her pleas, expressionlessly dragged her on the ground. If only you'd scream louder, I'd be in a better mood. Filming ended, I noticed this lady seemed off. She wasn't acting. I quickly helped up the pale-faced lady. Sorry, are you uncomfortable anywhere? The lady, coming to her senses, noticed the fierceness on my face instantly disappeared. He's completely different from that crazy appearance just now. He acted so well. Seeing her neck slightly red, I told the director, seemed a bit heavy-handed just now. Fortunately, the rope was especially loose. Saying this, I left for the bathroom. Everyone marveled at my psychological resilience. Being this calm after acting that scene is also a talent. At this point, Harmony Film Company's director Kim called out to Choi Sung-gun from behind. Turning around, he noticed director Kwon Ik-taek again. This time, he recognized him, Director Kwon. Are you here to see actors? If so, you should have seen Woo Jin. The director nodded affirmatively. His English is good. Director Song said he was abroad before. Do you know where he self-studied acting? I've been paying attention to him for weeks. Wanted to have a good talk today, but his emotions don't seem recovered. Hearing the director say he's leaving, Choi Sung-gun was very surprised. You came all the way here, the director said plainly. Next time not on set. Let's arrange a time to meet. Representative Choi was completely stunned. How about 2 days later in the morning? Scene change. We arrived at the location director Kwon Ik-taek arranged. Choi Sung-gun originally wanted to instruct me carefully. Remembering the non-interference contract clause, he stopped. Finally, he only emphasized, whether reputation or fame, director Kwon Ik-taek is more impressive than director Woo Hyun-gu. But I already knew what he said, because I searched before coming. Soon we met Director Kwon, Representative Choi, pleasure to meet, and Kang Yujin. I finally get to see you up close. This is my next work script. Sit down and look briefly, we'll talk later. Seeing this, I directly entered the space to check. Turns out it's D-class. What's going on? Why so low? Is this script like last time? An incomplete draft. But it's impossible to cast when the script isn't finished. And he's a top name. This is difficult. There's even a squad leader role or something. Entering rehearsal won't drop me into the middle of a battlefield, right? Better exit first. The director, seeing me a bit dazed. Just feel the work's atmosphere. Is it a style you like? After flipping through several pages, I couldn't see why the completion was low. Whatever, might as well ask first. Director, sorry. Are you sure this script is your new work? I'm a bit confused. This script claims to be finished, but gives a feeling of just pretending to be finished. You said pretending to be finished? The director didn't look particularly angry. But you came to that conclusion just from reading a few pages, still based on feeling. Then he laughed. Aha, you're really amazing. Seems what Director Song said is true. Didn't expect just a few pages could awaken your instinct for evaluating works. That's right. That's a script pretending to be finished. Saying this, he took out the real script. The director in the test just now was completely convinced by my sense. Hope he loves my script and is willing to accept that role. This film script called The Island of the Missing is rated a plus, and the lead is a weirdo with multiple personalities. On the return journey, I kept flipping through this script. Seems like a monster world. Alien life will appear, simply full of tension. Multiple personalities seems like an interesting character, just don't know if he's good or bad. At this point, the representative received another call from director Shin Dong-chun. You said Credit Bureau made it to the final 40 works. so we're attending the Seon Short Film Festival. Hearing this, my heart raced, and I showed a shy smile, so I'm attending a film festival. This year's work quantity is more than previous years, selected based on topic popularity as the evaluation standard. Hanging up, the representative found it incredible. Attending a film festival 2 months after debut. Even comics wouldn't dare draw this. Domestic big-name actors keep coming to the door. This kind of talent, signing with exceptional conditions, is not a waste at all. How will it develop in the future? Then he asked me about the Island of the Missing. Not bad, but I haven't finished reading. Also, representative, can I get some more scripts, preferably ones in preparation? The representative gave advice. Since debut, you've played strong characters. To attract fans, better to have sweet ones. Your looks can handle multiple styles. Romantic comedies or love dramas are fine. Scene change. Filming of the unconventional profiler concluded. Thank you for your hard work during this time, Woo Jin. Seeing everyone say this, I felt a bit awkward. Thank you, everyone. I learned a lot. First time filming, this feeling is very wonderful. And parting time made me want to cry a bit. Anyway, after finishing, the mood is still very good. No one nearby, right? Let me release some of the emotions I've suppressed during this time. Maintaining image is too hard. Thinking this, I couldn't help grinning widely. The next second, the car door slowly opened. Hong Hee-jun, when were you here? I've been waiting in the car from the start. Just when I thought the image I'd worked so hard to maintain was about to collapse, she grabbed me. The important thing is, you must pull yourself together, Woo Jin. Representative Choi arrived. Are you two fighting? We're not fighting! Woo Jin was laughing foolishly alone. Even talking to himself, completely different from usual. Woo Jin must be stuck in Park Derry's character. You're not antisocial with a psychotic personality. Hearing this, I was sweating profusely, frantically looking for countermeasures. No, not Park Derry. I'm just rehearsing a character from the Island of the Missing. Hong Hae-jun was startled. Doesn't director Kwon Ik-taek only give scripts after evaluating actors? So because you're about to join director Kwon Ik-taek's work, you started practicing the new character from the beginning. No wonder you laughed more foolishly than Park Derry. Finally deflected, I said seriously. Though it's a misunderstanding, thank you for your concern. Representative Choi was very concerned, Woo Jin. If you need to see a psychiatrist, just say so. Or I'll give you a break, rest a bit. To this, I readily agreed. I was just about to go to the cinema to watch Credit Bureau. Finally, Representative Choi reminded me to cover my face. To this, I smiled slightly. Being recognized halfway is possible, but it's fine. Little did I know on the other side, my close friends also noticed the film Credit Bureau. Film-loving Kim Dae-young was also interested in this movie. He recruited people everywhere to watch together. Suddenly, he thought of me, who'd been out of contact for so long. How can an unemployed bum be this busy? Doesn't even look at messages. Finally, the three of them came to the cinema together, accidentally even brushed past me. After I entered the cinema, I discovered it was almost full. So many people thinking I'm about to appear on the big screen makes me nervous. At this point, I suddenly heard familiar voices. Isn't this the Unsolvable Trio? Members of the Unsolvable Trio include chubby Lee Yu-sung, the guy who looks like a pretty boy, Na Hyung-gu, only the big-built Kim Dae-young. What the hell, why are these guys here? As the film played, first shocked was Kim Dae-young. You, look at that. Isn't that Kang Woo-jin? My god, how can he be there? Damn, is that really Kang Woo-jin? But if not him, who else? Whatever, finish watching first. Just Kang Woo-jin standing there is already crazy enough. By the way, why does he act so well? Right, after the last preliminary ended, Kang Woo-jin asked me for scripts, including Credit Bureau. Could it be he read the script then, went to audition, and became the lead? What he's been busy with every day is filming. A guy who did design his whole life suddenly became an actor. While they were shocked, little did they know their reactions were all taken in by me sitting behind. Are those guys taking it too seriously? Also, they noticed too early. Things being as they are, feel I need to explain to them. Thinking this, Kim Dae-young's exclamation came again. Hong Hae-jun. What? How would Hong Hae-jun act in a short film? That bastard Kang Woo-jin. So after leaving the cinema, I wanted to explain clearly to the trio. Just as I was hesitating how to appear, the few discovered me first. Look, it's Kang Woo-jin. Catch that guy. Hey, Kang Woo-jin, stop running. How are you so fast? Stop running. Let's talk. Strange. Why are you guys chasing like wild boars? Don't look at me with those eyes like you want to kill me. I'll explain clearly. Calm down first. You bastard. Explain quickly. Forced to, I began explaining. First, the film's lead you saw is indeed me. I first learned I had talent in acting after attending the super actor audition. From then on, interest became more intense. Later, I attended the Credit Bureau audition. The director said I was good, so I filmed the movie. Hearing this, several cast doubtful looks. You acted that well in just a few months. That level isn't talent, but fraud. I was also helpless. I didn't explain before because I was really busy, so you'll continue being an actor. Yes, but can't tell others, or I'm dead. By the way, are you close with Hong Hae-jun? Yeah, I even have her phone number. In the blink of an eye, it was the day of the Mijang-son Film Festival. Directors all sighed that work quality improved, but actors' acting was a bit unfortunate. Japanese great director Kyotaro also expressed approval. Until Credit Bureau's appearance. This great director was completely won over. He's different from all actors who appeared so far. Did Korea's powerhouse actors come to act in short films? That actor is too exaggerated, even overshadowed Hong Hae-jun. If he's from theater background, he's too unfamiliar. I haven't seen him in theater circles either. Normal, because he's overseas educated. I heard he lived abroad for a long time. Director Shin Dong-chun explained. Anyway, this year's first powerhouse newcomer star is definitely him. Really looking forward to the upcoming closing awards ceremony. Time flew by. Soon came the day of the Mijang Seon Awards ceremony. Reporters were discussing whether Park Young-hyuk would appear. Better not appear, will be overshadowed by Hong Hye-jun anyway. To this, the disreputable top actor Park Jung-hyuk said showing up in person should have different effects. Anyway, we can't possibly be outshined by something like Credit Bureau. However, the slap came quickly because Credit Bureau looked extremely dazzling. Soon attracted all the cameras. This also scared Park Young-hyuk and his companion into not daring to show their heads. Facing reporters' inquiries and filming, Hong Hye-jun suddenly moved close to me and naturally and intimately held my arm. A top actress suddenly held my arm in front of countless cameras. Though wildly happy inside, my expression remained unchanged. Before long, we entered the bustling award ceremony venue. Staff reminded the Credit Bureau team to move to the center of the hall. In this grand scene, I felt countless gazes converging on me. At this moment, the ceremony officially began. Next, we'll announce the newly established Actor Awards starting this year. The awards are divided into Best Acting Award and Grand Prize. For the Best Acting Award, please welcome Director Kwon Ik-taek to present. The Best Acting Award goes to Hong Hae-jun from Credit Bureau. Congratulations! Seeing this, everyone discussed. Hong Hae-jun only got Best Acting Award. What about the Grand Prize? Thank you, Director. First, thank you, judges. Honestly, other actors were so excellent, I didn't expect to win. Thank you, Director Shin Dong-chun. Suddenly, her gaze turned to me. I'll congratulate you first. Facing everyone's discussion, I was already sweating profusely. Next, the grand prize winner will be announced by Japan's great director Kyotaro. Just at this moment, I stood up to give my seat to Choi Sung-gun. Grand Acting Prize. Congratulations, actor Kang Yujin from Credit Bureau. Hearing my name, both the audience and I froze in place. You stood up before your name was called. Did you already assume the grand prize belonged to you? Though panicking to the extreme inside, I still walked calmly toward the stage. Congratulations, the work is excellent, the director congratulated in Japanese. Thank you, director. It's my honor that you appreciate Credit Bureau. My spontaneous Japanese shocked both the director and audience. Did you live in Japan before? After all, this pronunciation can't be achieved just through study. Hearing this, I said modestly, you're too kind. I'm not that amazing, just enough to communicate. Besides your superb acting, you also have such foreign language ability. Why did you only act in a short film? This scene also stunned director Shin Dong-chun below. Is he Japanese? But his Korean is also very good. Could he be an overseas Korean in Japan to know director Kyotaro? Only Choi Sung-gun smiled slightly, having expected this. I was still doubting. Seems he really knows Japanese. Just what kind of past does that guy have? At this point, it was my turn to give an acceptance speech. Though very nervous, I must remain calm and polite. The cameras are like lightning. Just say something briefly and get off stage. Thank you. Thank those around me. I'll work even harder than now and do my utmost to improve. Thank you, Mr. Kang Yujin. Let's continue announcing the grand prize for works. At this time, people started discussing. Which work do you think will win this grand prize? The work grand prize appeared. Congratulations, Credit Bureau. Thunderous applause. In an instant, director Shin Dong-chun was in tears. Later, the closing ceremony entered countdown, and news of Credit Bureau and my awards spread to everyone's ears. Not only my friends were shocked, but family too. This also became the opportunity for me, actor Kang Yujin, to be known to the world. Since I won the award, reports about me also started continuously. Thanks to the film festival in Hong Hae-jun, my recognition also greatly improved. Then people kept messaging me. Whatever, I'll reply later. I have an appointment today. That is with director Kwon Ik-taek. The director was full of curiosity, getting straight to the point. First, congratulations on winning the grand prize. Even I'm happy, so how did you feel reading the script? Very interesting. Really happy. Which character in the script did you find most interesting? Hearing this, I said plainly, the multiple personality character. It shouldn't be easy. Why do you like that character? I was confused, but still explained. I seem to particularly like villains. The director was very excited. Didn't expect you and I have the same view. I also hope you'll act this role. Do you want to participate? If possible, I'd like to act. At this point, Representative Choi Sung-gun returned from the bathroom. The director directly called out to him, Representative Choi, let's sign the contract today. Villain protagonist Woojin and I have the same idea, meaning Woojin is the first actor confirmed for my new work. Please sit. I'll tell you both the schedule. Representative Choi just felt it was incredible. A big-name director letting an unknown actor play a lead-level role. He looked at me incredulously. If this news gets out, it'll cause a sensation again. While I just nodded slightly, the suspicious Representative Choi understood. You mean I shouldn't be too surprised and just do my job? But he played coy, thanked the director, but I think signing today seems too early. Today, let's have the director Woo Jin and I make a verbal agreement. Detailed matters can be organized later. He smiled secretly, feeling he'd understood my thinking, which is to not agree easily, then raise the price. That's it. I'll handle it. While hearing him say this, I was panicking inside. What if the big-name director gets unhappy and rejects me? Who knew the director didn't mind? I understand your meaning. I was too hasty. Let's wait until the film company production team joins us to sign. Representative Choi leaned close to me, at least double. I'll get you a satisfying signing bonus. Hearing this, though not quite clear, I felt there's no reason to refuse. When you're already on the upswing, news of TV drama and film contracts being revealed together, guess what will happen? Then you'll be the entertainment industry's nuclear bomb. On the return journey, I was already exhausted because I'm busy every day. Representative Choi mentioned many TV dramas recently want to contact me, but now is a period requiring caution. The company is temporarily preserving and organizing. I had no thoughts on this, just immersed in experiencing characters. Let me rehearse a minor character. Haven't rehearsed in a while. This time it's Kim Il-byung. Though a minor role still makes me very nervous. After all, it's a personal experience. The subspace activated. I was in a pitch-black forest. Come out, I'll shoot you all dead. Just then, terrifying rustling sounds came from behind. Who's there? Is squad leader Park there? If so, answer me. Where did everyone go? Kim Il-byung. The terrifying voice came from behind again. Before I could turn around, I was pierced by a blade. Meanwhile, great director Kyotaro was somewhat helpless. Since attending the film festival, that unknown actor's image has been lingering in my mind. Leaving such an actor alone is too wasteful. All right, I've decided. Let the whole world see that unknown actor. No matter what, I need to stay in Korea for a few more days. During my official vacation time, the TV station was holding a grand event. That is the production announcement for The Unconventional Profiler. Writer Park Eun-mai previewed at the announcement that there will be the most eye-catching actor in history. This undoubtedly triggered deeper discussion about the TV drama. Not long after, major TV stations almost simultaneously released main trailers. While watching, I just felt it was great. So this is how this scene is presented. Compared to these high-quality videos, what I edited when doing design is nothing. Right. Has my money arrived? Yes. The balance is clearly over 60 million. Wonderful. This is the first salary I've received as an actor. The TV drama side said they'll transfer more later. This is also the first time I've received so much money. For a moment, don't know how to spend it. At this point, I suddenly received a message from the representative asking me to come to the company tomorrow. What happened? The next day, I discovered the company was indeed in chaos. Sitting on two explosive actors, phones ringing constantly. Representative Choi's eyes were black like a panda's, and countless deliveries were piled up like mountains in the company. Choi Sung-gun's mind is now full of the two names Hong Hee-jun and Kang Woo-jin. Breaking down, he slammed the table hard. Our company needs to hire people now. Quickly calculate how many people each group needs to add. And I just arrived at the company when the representative called me. Woo-jin, these are TV scripts and film scripts inviting you to act, and many people want to interview you. While I expressed I'm not mentally prepared for interviews yet, Representative Choi affirmed, then hide before participating in director Kwon Ik-taek's work. Then there are these scripts, including love and drama scripts I selected for you. Use your keen intuition to pick. Anyway, there's still plenty of time to take on a few more short films. At this point, staff rushed in anxiously. Representative, someone's here. Then Director Kyotaro's figure quietly appeared. Sorry. Did I come too suddenly? Hello, everyone. I came to see actor Kang Woo-jin. This scene left everyone bewildered. Why would a famous Japanese great director? But since they didn't understand Japanese, everyone still didn't understand why. Fortunately, I appeared. I felt I should visit personally to show sincerity. If I'm disturbing you, we can arrange another time. Hearing this, I translated. Representative, the director wants to talk with us. Actors knowing Japanese is really good. Every time I come to Korea, it's not very convenient. If convenient, could you help me translate? The meeting at the Mijangsan Film Festival shocked me greatly. I think your current position is wasteful. Even though Korea's entertainment industry threshold is high, you only acting in short films is still wasteful. Hearing this, I was very shocked. Why did the great director come here? The representative wondered if the director came because of actress Hong Hye-jun, though actress Hong Hye-jun is also an excellent actress. Today I came for actor Kang Woo-jin. Woo Jin, do you want to break into Japan? Hearing this, I was even more shocked. After all, I only started filming 2 months ago. I'm preparing a new work, this time adapting a famous Japanese novel. I hope to collaborate with you this time. Hearing this, even I had to be shocked by the continuous good fortune. Thinking carefully, it's quite good. Anyway, not going to Japan immediately. So I translated for the representative. The director wants to collaborate with me. What? Your big name magnet works abroad too. So what do you plan to do? I responded plainly, planning to read the script first before considering. That's of course no problem, the director said happily. After that, the representative gave his business card. Thank you for your positive answer. My personal visit wasn't in vain. I'll complete the script and send it to you soon. Woo Jin, looking forward to seeing you again. This smile left both of us stunned in place. Woo Jin, what's going on? Why would the director act that way? Because your foreign languages are good? I was thinking about breaking into foreign markets. Didn't expect it so fast. Anyway, keep it secret for now. During this time, just pick some scripts while waiting for the TV drama premiere. At this time, the representative received another call from Director Song. He said there's a group dinner, then watching the TV drama premiere together. Finally came this day. The room was bustling, reporters were all excited, and of course I was also very much looking forward to it. Though the surface showed no fluctuation, my heart was about to jump out. The director and writer were very happy to see me. How has our Park Dairy been lately? Though late, congratulations on winning the grand prize. Your English and Japanese are both really good. The writer even gripped my hand tightly. I'm praying. I've become a believer in your sixth sense. Woo Jin's here. Long time no see. Hong Hee-jun moved close to me. I heard director Kiyotaro visited our company. Are you going to Japan? Of course, I don't know about this question either. The TV drama's about to premiere. Everyone wondered what the ratings will be. Since everyone mentioned it, let's bet on the ratings. Everyone discussed. Some said 10%, some said 12%. Just talking, they suddenly turned their gazes to me. Whatever, I'll just call randomly. I bet 20%. Hearing this, everyone was dumbfounded. Ha ha ha, the last time we hit 20% might go back 5 years. Woo Jin, you called too high. Soon the unconventional profiler premiere began. Even I was very nervous. Unlike the previous film, this TV drama broadcast nationwide. Everyone might see it. Friends or family. Wonder what everyone will think seeing my acting. Damn, this actor looks particularly familiar. The person who won the grand prize at the Mijangson Film Festival. What's his name? Kang Yujin. The crew seeing the broadcast effect was also very happy. All praised the director's editing level as top tier. Park Dairy's appearance simply perfect. While I originally felt a bit awkward seeing myself on the big screen, but now I seem used to it. At this time, my phone was already bombarded with various messages, and everyone surrounded the director feeling very nervous. Did it come out? What are the ratings? After a moment of tension, the director smiled slightly. We're at 20.3. Then incredulous exclamations filled the entire room. Breaking 20% last time was many years ago, and the first episode being this high is simply unprecedented. The director praised. The media's suspenseful promotion also contributed greatly. The audience making choices should be our drama, and the second half with Park Dairy's appearance tightly gripped the audience's hearts. Later ratings will be even higher. Park Dairy really left a deep impression. Woo Jin, aren't you too calm? Actually, I was nervous to the point of trembling inside. S-Class is indeed no joke. The director fell into thought. Woo Jin first won the grand prize, then high ratings. Just now in the bet, he also won. Accurately guessed. Speaking of which, he accurately guessed 20% rather than 6 cents. This is basically the level of predicting the future. Even guessing the exact number, is this really human? Writer Park seemed to misunderstand me even more. Woo Jin, thank you. You're basically my god. The highly anticipated TV drama war ultimately won by the unconventional profiler. Meanwhile, related reports continuously appeared. People mentioned most the name Kang Yujin. Influence and ratings continuously soared. Everyone on the streets discussing the TV drama. In the blink of an eye, it was the second day of the TV drama broadcast. At this time, my phone kept vibrating. Those are just people I know. Since I acted in the TV drama, old friends contacting me are ridiculously many. Better not bother. Anyway, no meaning. The assistant told me 5 photos were uploaded to social media. I remembered the representative saying social media is very important, so I opened it during the TV drama dinner. But what photos were uploaded? The assistant explained it's a few photos from the Mijangson Film Festival and the resume photo. Then the second episode of the unconventional profiler also began. Wonder what everyone's reactions are. Then I received a message from Jun. She told me many fans have already started following me. Thinking this, I felt a bit awkward. Opening my own account, I already had over 30,000 followers. This many people, only one day has passed. Opening the comments, almost all were praise for my acting and appearance. So this is what establishing social media feels like many people cheering you on in person. The representatives, seeing me focused on social media, just smiled slightly. Though there are many fans now, tomorrow there'll only be more. You've grasped the lifeline of the explosive TV drama. Everyone will definitely look for you. Having fans is natural, but debuting with a TV drama and going viral like this is very rare. Hearing this, I started imagining, so will I also have a fan club? At your Your speed. You'll have a fan club soon. The representative basically has mind-reading abilities. Scene change. Top actress HWA Rin was a bit distracted. You're not reading the script right now. The manager's sudden speech startled her. You've been a bit absent-minded since going to the Mijangsan Film Festival. Why is this? HWA Rin had to explain she was reading reports about the unconventional profiler. The manager couldn't help teasing. The TV drama already went viral. If you acted as the female lead, you also must act in a successful work. Quickly look at the script. Rin fell into thought. Park Derry and Kim Ryu-jin are both played by Kang Yujin. Completely different types. Amazing. Really want to know more about him. Wonder when there'll be a fan club. Want to be a fan quickly. And the work in hand is called Man Friend. On the other side, back home, I finally finished replying to all accumulated messages. Social media followers already exceeded 50,000. Didn't expect being followed by a group of strangers would be this interesting. Time to screen those scripts. I turned over to check the scripts from the agency one by one. After throwing away all low grades, not much remained. A-class is indeed a rare existence. This film called Drug Dealer is at B+ on the alternative list. The film wants me to guest star in an impressive role. Looking carefully, it's a crime thriller. Reading, it's quite interesting. Grades and such will rise later. So I called Representative Choi to explain acting in Drug Dealer. He expressed deep faith in my intuition. Representative Choi added director Yoon Byung-sun is a super big name in variety shows. The leads of the unconventional profiler are appearing on the sports show channel director Yoon Byung-sun runs for promotion. It's a program combining variety and interviews. Do you want to appear? Variety show? I immediately worried if my tense image would collapse. But I'll eventually appear on variety shows. Building a good foundation early isn't bad. Seems pretty good. I want to appear. Soon came the day I met with Drug Dealer director Kim Do-hee. Woo-jin, nice to meet you. You should be very busy. Thank you for making time. You seem more composed than I imagined, more composed than at the film festival. The representative explained Woo-jin is usually very composed, but suddenly transforms when acting. Director Kim stared at me for a long time before slowly saying, seeing you in person only feels the similarities even higher. I'll tell you about Drug Dealer. Not long ago, actor Oh Jun-woo, scheduled to act in Drug Dealer, had a car accident, had to give up due to severe injuries. Though called a cameo, it's actually a very important role. Later at the film festival, I saw Woo-jin speaking Japanese extremely fluently, because that character's setting also knows Japanese. Woo-jin's acting can definitely handle this high-difficulty role, but time is very tight. Must join filming within 3 weeks. Hearing this, the representative felt the time was too tight. Just as director Kim was torn about whether to remove that important role. I stopped her, director. I should be able to. Don't need 3 weeks at all. Give me 3 days is enough, so what about a stand-in? Doesn't matter. And this work's grade is very high. No reason to give up at all. Hearing me say I'll act, everyone was first stunned. The quick-minded Representative Choi reacted. Seems he activated his powerful intuition again. Right, director. How much appearance fee are you preparing for our Woo-jin? Under such terrible circumstances, it should be higher, of course. On the way back, the representative told me someone sent new scripts again. Only these two have weight. Just look at these two. One is famous writer Lee Wol-sun's ultra-cold romance. The industry knows she doesn't like using newcomers. This is a godsend. The other is writer Choi Nana's script. Her workman friend, though an award-winning work, isn't good for one-act plays. Given your current schedule, must give up both or only choose one. Considering influence, choosing writer Lee Wol-sun's is better. But I chose man, friend almost without hesitation. So you actually chose that one-act play. Do you know who writer Lee Wol-sun is? I certainly know clearly, I said in my heart. Honestly, the difference between these two works isn't big. Man Friend has a slightly higher rating. Originally choosing Lee Wol-sun's would be better, but my reason for choosing the latter is very simple. Because the one-act play has a kiss scene from the start. Besides this, I also really like this reverse narrative presentation. In comparison, the lead in Ultra Cold Romance has severe OCD, so the script's atmosphere is a bit dull. And during this time, I've experienced hell many times. Changing to something sweeter is also pretty good. So I explained, this one-act play's story progresses especially smoothly, can feel it from the first line. I understand, after all, I've already decided to believe your intuition. But does Lee Wol-sun's script feel bad, like director Woo Hyun-gu? Not that exaggerated, but the one-act play is still better. How about taking both? The representative proposed. All right, then I'll trouble you. Not long after, we set out to meet writer Lee Wol-sun. Representative Choi and Woo-jin, hello. The writer stared at me for a long time. Wow, I heard before you're very cold. Turns out it's true. Very imposing. By the way, you contacting me so quickly surprised me a bit. After a few exchanges, the writer was already attracted by my unique temperament. Damn, I should have met him earlier than Park Yoon-mi. Then we explained to the writer, though we can act, there are really too many recent invitations. We're very sorry. But if this situation spreads, it'll cause misunderstanding. So if you could create a small role, we'll definitely adjust the schedule. How about this role? This role only needs 1 or 2 days of filming. The wonderful man next door. I immediately opened the subspace to check. Let me see what kind of role this is. Suddenly, the system prompted detecting a new language. Sign language. Seems this role needs sign language. Anyway, the more languages, the better. Thinking this, I directly started sign language rehearsal. In an instant, countless blue hands rushed toward me. After coming out of the subspace, I also completely mastered sign language. At this point, the writer reminded that role is actually very important. And due to character setting, need to learn related knowledge. You mean sign language? My words undoubtedly startled Representative Choi. That's right. That role is basically all sign language, so it's not easy to learn. Seeing this, the representative's head was huge. Originally wanted to just take a small role, but sign language takes too much time. He just opened his mouth to express difficulty, but I stopped him. No, I can digest this level. Don't need to learn sign language separately. You mean you know sign language? Can you show me a short segment? Hearing this, I immediately demonstrated several standard sign language gestures. These naturally fluid movements displayed professionalism, also shocked the great writer. Really wonderful. The next morning, the one-act play crew for Man, Friend, Hwa Rin's manager was worried. Are you really going to act in Man, Friend? Just came to look, right? Hwa Rin looked indifferent. Just came to see whether to act or not. Don't make a fuss. So what if the scriptwriter is a newcomer? At least need to see her preferences. And who's the male lead? As for kiss scenes, just have them remove it. Doesn't matter either way. High probability of not acting. Don't say strange things. I'll talk about it. The next second, Hwa Rin saw me here. Kang Yujin. Why is he here? Wow, it's Hwa Rin. She's super beautiful, but why does it feel like she's looking at me? Hello, but Hwa Rin, hearing my greeting, remained unmoved. This made me wonder if she dislikes me. While Hwa Rin had actually become a little fangirl, oh my god, his voice sounds so good. Can't look at him directly. My heart's going to explode. Hello? The TV drama is very good. Unable to control her wildly beating heart, she called her manager and hurried outside. Seeing her so cold, I couldn't help asking the representative, does Hwa Rin have a bad personality? She's really cold, but it's also not my business. Soon the crew explained to me, though we're also very flattered. But Hwa Rin also came to discuss the script with us. But she should just be looking. Someone of Harin's caliber indeed has no reason to act in one-act plays. But though we don't have Hwa Rin, having Woo Jin is enough. At this point, the writer cast an expectant gaze at me. I want to ask your reason for choosing my script. I certainly didn't mention the kiss scene. The overall feeling is great. I also really liked the script. The crew asked again how my singing and piano are. Though the question was sudden, I'm the karaoke king. I know both. What's up? That's a scene where the male lead sings while playing piano. The level needed is to reach singer and pianist level, but ordinary is also fine. Anyway, can rely on post-production. No problem. Please give me the script for the end of episode 2. After I left, the crew discussed with Hwa Rin again. But Hwa Rin was obviously distracted. Should I find an opportunity to ask Woo Jin why he came here? The male lead for Man, Friend will be played by Kang Yujin. Oh my god. Hwa Rin immediately started daydreaming. Woo Jin, hey. At this point, the manager opened his mouth inopportunely. Let me state a few conditions first. The kiss scene appearing in the first episode of the script, please delete. Of course, before he finished, Hwa Rin interrupted. Brother, be quiet. On the other side, I also started rehearsing the second episode's content. In the subspace, I noticed this drama's rating became even higher. Really strange. What changed between today and yesterday? Could it be because I confirmed acting as the male lead, so it increased 1 grade? But other works haven't changed. In the blink of an eye, Man, Friend's grade increased again, this time to a class. What's going on? How is this possible? At this time, the representative received another call. Woo Jin? Incredible. The creative team said Hwa Rin decided to act as the female lead in Man, Friend. Hearing this, I was a bit confused. Doesn't she know I'm the male lead? Seems to dislike me a bit. They said at the start of the meeting they told Hwa Rin you're the male lead. But why would Hwa Rin act in this? Anyway, it's a good thing. To this, I suddenly understood. So the script kept upgrading because of her. Pity she doesn't really like me. Though disliking the other party, still have to act desperately. Is this an actor's life? Whatever, I'll just act well. After consecutive signings, the next day was the variety show Sports Meet filming day. The noisy voices and many cameras made me a bit nervous. Alright, deep breath. Don't forget the image. You won't be nervous, right? After all, you already watched variety shows beforehand. Though I'm about to vomit, my expression remained unchanged. Feels like it'll be interesting. Director Yoon Byung-sun also came to greet. I feel everyone's looking at me. This is too nerve-wracking. You really acted Park Derry very vividly. The director quietly quickly looked at me, seemed to expect my performance on Variety today. Yes, I said plainly. The director meeting me for the first time inevitably felt awkward. This kid is like hard dead wood. Also feels lacking fighting spirit. I'll work hard, I added. At this time, the male and female leads had also arrived, so recording began. With the director's opening remarks, actors began introducing themselves, while I kept silently reciting my introduction in my heart. Next is the highly anticipated actor. Please introduce yourself. Nice to meet you. I'm Kang Yujin, who plays Park Derry in The Unconventional Profiler. After I finished, everyone couldn't help bursting into laughter. Woo-Jin, why did you change our TV drama's name to Park Derry? You said it backwards. As a genius newcomer actor, my first time on Variety, I accidentally got the opening wrong. However, everyone just found it funny, just as I was sweating profusely thinking I couldn't maintain the aloof persona. The director also couldn't help sighing. He might be a very funny person, though cold, very charming. I heard during filming you were always like a machine, very perfect. When did you find it most difficult? Now, hearing this, everyone laughed teasingly again. Then came the second segment. Actors just need to answer correctly throughout to win rewards. 10 prizes total. 1 gets removed for each wrong answer. At this time, I, on the far left, felt relieved. The people before kept getting it wrong, so won't reach me. It never reached Woojin. This time, let's start from Woojin. Seeing this, though sweating profusely, I answered fluently. Whether Hollywood actors or famous writers, I guessed them all. Woojin. This is the last one. Just answer correctly and you succeed. Very simple. But at this moment, I couldn't recognize it. Wrong answer. This was a freebie question. What should we do? Sorry, who is that? Are you crazy? That's me. Hong Hae-jun hit me. Director Yoon noticed my English pronunciation just now was very standard. After understanding the situation, he was thoughtful. My foreign variety show desperately needs such talent. Representative Choi found it even more incredible. Didn't expect Woo Jin also attracted a variety director. How many big names have you attracted since debut? The exhausting filming finally came to an end. At this time, 3 or 4 episodes of the TV drama had aired. The response was extremely enthusiastic, finally ending with the irredeemable Park Derry hanging himself in prison. Hearing this, I excitedly opened messages to check. Countless comments said they hadn't seen enough of Park Derry, and my name had already gone viral online, especially heated reactions, social media, and news spreading like crazy. The representative suggested I move out at this time, because as recognition increases, now you just need to move out and many people will recognize you. I'll help you find a full rent apartment near the company. Pack your luggage quickly. I understand. Representative. Then the representative mentioned the next good news, receiving the first commercial invitation. I was a bit surprised. What type of commercial am I filming? Hamburger commercial. Just as I felt confused, suddenly remembered Park Derry's line, I really want a hamburger. So it's because the hamburger scene in the interrogation room was favored by the brand. And the brand said official TV commercials and video platform ads need to proceed simultaneously. Only filming one commercial, generally endorsement fees will also be very high. Then there's absolutely no reason not to film. Let's go. As my TV drama parts all ended, suddenly many interviews about me appeared, and our low profile further stimulated fans' crazy curiosity. Then drug dealer and ultra-cold romance were simultaneously leaked that I'm playing supporting roles. Once the news came out, both regret and amazement appeared simultaneously, triggering another wave. The unconventional profiler ratings also dropped several points because of Park Derry's exit. At this point, I had already become one of the most watched actors. My fan club was also quickly established, breaking 3,000 people before long. In this case, fan meetings and signing events should be possible. I heard the committee manager is called Blood Relative Girl. Really special. Hearing this, I couldn't help teasing. Blood Relative Girl, not Kang Hyun-ah. Meanwhile, the agency also started recruiting new employees. The big guy in front of me looked a bit familiar, seems like. No way, it's Kim Dae-young. Woo Jin. This is your friend who came with you to the super actor audition, right? She turned to Dae-young. You said Woo Jin used to do design, right? Hearing this, I was completely stunned. Is the maintained aloof image about to collapse again? With no choice, I still greeted him. Long time no see. Why did you come? Dae-young, as a longtime close brother, instantly sensed my tone was wrong, completely different from usual. He looked up at me, then glanced at Hong Hee-jun and the others. Woo Jin, you've become much more cheerful. Seeing this, everyone was dumbfounded. Does that look like becoming much more cheerful? That's right, representative. Woo Jin used to be even more serious, though handsome but too cold. I couldn't listen anymore. Quietly told him to shut up. Right. Representative, why is he here? I hired new staff this time. Dae-young said he submitted a resume. Because you're friends, I arranged to meet him separately. Seeing this, I was already considering whether to silence Dae-young. The next second, I called Dae-young out to talk alone. After we left, Hong Hee-jun and the others fell into deeper misunderstanding. Woo Jin's past and circumstances are worse than imagined. Under such bad circumstances, still built confidence to study acting. Really can't imagine how cold he was before. On the other side, Dae-young and I were horsing around. Why did you come? I was already considering quitting, happened to be interested in entertainment, so submitted a resume. Why are you poker-faced in front of Hong Hee-jun? Is it because after becoming an actor, you need to be cool? Kim Dae-young added he might take on the position of manager assistant and bodyguard, starting work from next month. Hearing this, I felt having someone familiar isn't bad. No one will dare mess with us. Just the current aloof persona needs maintaining. Dae-young just found it interesting, but haven't your familiar people noticed? Anyway, there weren't many familiar people to begin with, can always maintain it. The next day, the representative and I came to the hamburger shop needing endorsement. Inadvertently heard several girls discussing Kang Yujin. Really so handsome. Feeling my popularity increase made me a bit embarrassed. At this time, the hamburger company representative came in to greet. One employee stared straight at me. Why does she keep staring at me? Is it an illusion? Woo Jin, don't you remember me? We were in the same department in college. Hearing this, I almost showed my true face, fortunately held back. But in college, I was a marginal figure no one cared about. The design department had twice as many girls as boys. Though I don't remember her, what if she tells everything about college? Wait, I shouldn't have done anything. Seeing me not answer, she was a bit disappointed. You don't remember. To this, I could only respond honestly. Sorry, I don't remember. The team leader teased. After all, so much time has passed. Understandable. If Woo Jin doesn't recognize, just treat as strangers. I'm very sorry. Then the team leader shifted the topic to my major. You and Haiju same major, so it's design. An actor is actually from design. Woo Jin must have been very popular in college. There must have been many girls who liked you, Haiju muttered. Can't remember others clearly. I only remember he won many design awards in college. I changed the subject. Let's still talk about the commercial. The representative leaned close. Didn't expect you also know design. Really impressive. I deflected, because felt it was needed, so worked hard to learn a bit. Could it be your design study also helps with acting? Reverse thinking or something? This hamburger focuses on promoting the new product Shrimp Burger. I just need to show Park Dairy's situation. Signing fee is several tens of millions again. Seeing this, I had no objections, signed directly. Please take care. See you on filming day. Seeing me leave, everyone sighed about my composure and kindness. Only Haiju muttered. He didn't seem like this before. He was especially popular in our department, and he wasn't this calm and cold before. On the other side, my heart was racing. Didn't expect to meet a college classmate. Really scared to death. The representative reminded me at this time that the variety show recorded last time already aired. Take a look. Half the comments are about you. Your woodenness completely became the punchline. Though seeming cold and sharp to others, there's a silly energy. Haha, Woo Jin feels like an arrogant golden retriever. Seeing this, I said, as long as everyone likes it. Looking carefully, director Yoon Byung-sun's editing technique is also good. Created an approachable image. And social media discussion about this is especially lively. The representative received another call from director Yoon Byung-sun. I really want to know if Woo Jin joins my new variety show. What sparks will fly. So we started meeting with director Yoon. This is also my first time going to the variety department, so being nervous is normal. The director handed over the new variety show proposal. This variety show scale is extremely astonishing. Main filming locations are abroad. That is, some European countries and Japan finally returning to Korea. We'll open a restaurant in the program selling Korean food to foreigners. The selling point is smiles and meaning, also includes a lot of culture. Therefore, I hope at least 1 or 2 performers know foreign languages. How about you as one? Hearing this, my jaw dropped in shock, but the surface remained breezy. The director, seeing my hesitation, added, "It'll be interesting. Can feel foreign air after a long time. I'll invite you not just for your language ability. Your image is very novel, deeply loved by audiences. Among all candidates, only you attract me most. I sincerely hope to collaborate with you." Hearing this, I timidly wanted to make a small request. Besides the most basic content, hope not to explore my past. Rather than maintaining a mysterious image, I just hope everyone focuses on my current self. After hearing, the director felt these were all small matters, can even put in the contract. No need to be polite. Many actors make such conditions. As long as you don't have a criminal record, I don't care. Haha, you don't have a criminal record, right? Of course not. Also, can you tell me who else will appear? The director explained plainly about 6 people. For guys, there are 2 top actors, An Jang-hak and Ha Kang-soo. For girls, 2 candidates. One is Oh Rin. Because Hwa Rin once worked in Japan, her Japanese is very good. Most importantly, we've also collaborated. Hearing this, I felt everything was suitable. Not just an opportunity to go abroad, also opportunity to use English and Japanese. Will be very interesting. Then director, please take care. I'll work hard. Scene change. I started filming the hamburger commercial. Woo Jin, this time bring the hamburger forward a bit. We'll film again. This situation was unexpected. How many times must one shot be filmed? Filming commercials is simply the hard labor of the filming world. All right, Woo Jin. This time use a different presentation. Can you smile more cruelly? Filming finally ended. Now seeing hamburgers makes me want to vomit. Also, director Kiyotaro sent over the official script. This one's called The Eerie Sacrifice of a Stranger. The representative reminded, when you finish reading the script, the director also wants to meet you, so we'll come to Korea. The director really especially likes you. Hearing this, I directly opened the subspace. This film is A-class from the start, then must act. And searching the same name book, it's a bestseller. Also has many good reviews domestically. The novelist is called Ryukawa Akira, also a famous great writer. Really incredible. Japan, here I come. After confirming breaking into Japan, soon came the filming day for Drug Dealer. Distributors and production company people were discussing. The director and assistant expressed concern about my situation. Only 3 weeks. Don't know if he can handle the role. If too forced, I'll cancel changes to the role. Soon, I arrived at the filming location. By the way, why does everyone keep staring at me? Ridiculously many people. At this time, the director explained to me changes to the Lee Sang-man role. To this, I said no problem at all. Give me 5 minutes. This made actors and assistants behind unable to help, complaining, how can 5 minutes be enough preparation? Newcomers are really arrogant. Alright, let's begin. I've already familiarized myself with the revised script. So amid everyone's unstoppable shock, filming officially began. In the drizzle, I made a shining entrance in a red suit. Drug Dealer is a crime thriller film. Background is a certain city in the 1990s. Continuous drug trafficking organizations left police overwhelmed. Worse, some police also fell. Assigned to investigate is Narcotic Squad Detective Young Sung-hoon. First target is drug lord Choi Jun-ho, imprisoned in prison. Young Sung-hoon first pretended to be imprisoned. With unique thug temperament, joined Choi Jun-ho's organization. Successfully infiltrating internally, Young Sung-hoon continuously passed drug dealers' intelligence to police. Meanwhile, he also met drug manufacturer Kim Hyun-soo, nicknamed Professor Kim. The two teamed up to become the city's largest drug group. Making huge money, Young Sung-hoon clashed with police, even coveted the Japanese market. And the Lee Sang-man I play is the head of the city's largest gang, the Sang-man faction. With Lee Sang-man's help, Young Sung-hoon quickly broke into the Japanese market. Though I'm just a transitional character for the Japanese background, I shoulder the heavy responsibility of creating tension in the early story. Now I'm not Kang Yujin, but Lee Sang-man. In an instant, my weary eyes suddenly filled with desire. Quick! Stick it in quick! I frantically scratched my own arm. Eyes full of desire for ultimate pleasure. The subordinate rushed forward, concerned, boss, are you all right? Get lost! Do I look like an idiot? On the other side, the subordinate who made a mistake knelt in the rain. I'm going crazy. Please, boss. Why are you so skinny? Open your mouth quickly. The next second, I cruelly stuffed the burning cigarette into his mouth. After dealing with red hair, my expression unchanged. Seal with cement and throw him in the ocean. After watching my extremely twisted presentation, the director and staff were all shocked. Too amazing. Just glanced at the script once. How can he act like that? Can't tell he's a newcomer at all. Originally had a headache about Lee Sang-man's scenes, now seems no need to worry. This level of performance will definitely keep audiences riveted. On site, only I looked bewildered. Strange. This section is finished? Why is it so quiet now? The director finally realized he didn't call cut, hurriedly ran toward me. Really wonderful. How did you do it? How long did you read the script? Really feels so incredible. At this time, I found the red-haired guy. Is your throat okay? I was afraid you'd be uncomfortable. He immediately felt the thoughtfulness under my cold face. Both acting and character are good. Super cool. The next scene also began. This is an important plot of Lee Sang-man immersed in drugs. For the character Lee Sang-man, two worlds coexist. That is reality and death. I must introduce more of that delicate personality. Thinking this, my expression changed again. After gasping heavily, I picked up a syringe. Then the thick, trembling arm kept shaking, then transformed into extremely deep fear of death. The whole body shook like a rag. Then came distorted, hollow laughter. Haha. Cut, as the director called stop. She looked at me with incredible eyes. He's a real actor. That scene was a scene I carefully arranged. I not only personally visited drug users, but also found all drug films to write into the script. But Kang Yujin handled it so perfectly. The guys behind started whispering, I'm a bit worried he hasn't really done drugs, acted too realistically. Hearing this, the director was very angry. Has anyone on site done drugs? if we're talking like this, should start checking from me. Anyway, don't go ask Woo Jin such stupid questions. Though irritated, one thing is certain. Woo Jin acted like a real drug addict. Thinking this, the director came forward to comfort me. That heavy scene just now would be very hard for anyone to act. Rest a bit. On the other side, scene change. Director Kyotaro had already come to Korea to meet top writer Ryukawa Akira. The director explained his rush to Korea was all to see an actor named Kang Yujin. This undoubtedly aroused the writer's curiosity. Then can I also watch that actor perform? Don't want to through TV. I want to see personally. Is that okay? Drug dealer filming was proceeding vigorously. Top actor Choi Jae-joon was very nervous because today has a scene opposite me. Jung Min-hyung was right. One slip could be outshined. And he plays Young Sung-hoon. Today, Young Sung-hoon risks his life to meet gang boss Lee Sang-man to gain his trust. The next second, just my voice made him very nervous, while my calm appearance when speaking made him unable to tell if it was composure or coldness. Little did he know my heart was already won over by his handsomeness. Wow, top actors really are good-looking. Soon our rehearsal began. Who are you? I said carelessly. I'm here to sell drugs. Help me pave the way in Japan. Japanese? Quite difficult to deal with. Then show some sincerity. Let me see what you brought. A diamond was thrown on the table. Seeing this, I just smiled slightly, then suddenly drew a blood-stained dagger, unexpectedly stabbed toward Young Sung-hoon's eye, only stopping at 1 centimeter. Your eyes don't look like a drug dealer at all, but a cop's eyes. You're a cop, right? Though it's rehearsal, Choi Jae-joon felt immense pressure, only because my eyes carried a strange way. Just this alone possesses the magic to tightly grip the other party, as if completely being sucked into those eyes. Then another world. Right. I'm a cop. Stab me. Stop the nonsense. Trade with me. Your record as a drug dealer is correct. Backer being Choi Jun-ho is also true, but your eyes. Also, I don't trust people. Only trust matters. Transactions must be based on trust. You go do something earth-shattering. If you split your backer in half, dig out all internal organs, I'll believe you. Otherwise, you're dead. Hope you're a smart person. Next meeting, remember to bring your craftsman. That is, the professor. Next time, come see me as a drug king. After this performance, Choi Jae-joon stood stunned. Didn't even hear the director calling him from behind. Jae-joon, it's just rehearsal. Are you too focused? More invested than usual. It's because Woo Jin's acting is too good, though rehearsal unconsciously mesmerized. It's like completely entering the work. Really an amazing newcomer, a steady voice came. This is the veteran actor playing Professor Kim. Tomorrow has a scene opposite me. That's a scene where Lee Sang-man kills Professor Kim. People around praised my acting endlessly. Woo Jin acted like he's truly drug addicted. Never seen a newcomer act this well. The next second, Representative Choi received a call from Director Kyotaro's assistant. The director has now arrived in Korea. He also has a guest who came together requesting to personally watch Kang Yujin act. Does he have filming schedule recently? Woo Jin is currently filming a movie. Tomorrow Woo Jin is scheduled for final filming. Just come directly. And tomorrow's scenes happen to be Lee Sang-man's final brutality and tragic death. Hello, senior. The next day's filming began as scheduled, I greeted. The other party has strong presence. I also need to maintain state. While the veteran actor, though older, inevitably felt a bit nervous seeing me. At this time, director Kyotaro and great writer Ryukawa Akira arrived disguised. Filming began. This scene is sometime after drug king Choi Jun-ho was killed by Young Sung-hoon. Though Young Sung-hoon made a lot of money, as a police officer he had some friction with police officials. So Lee Sang-man wanted to eliminate Young Sung-hoon, but to keep drugs unobstructed. He decided to secretly win over Professor Kim in front of him. My eyes became even more weary, face more gaunt from long-term drug use. Why is meeting Professor Kim so difficult? Abandon Boss Young now, dig out Young Sung-hoon's internal organs and sell them. Professor Kim shook his head. I don't deal with drug dealers. Should sell drugs. How can you use them yourself? I immediately cursed loudly. Call you professor a few times and you're really a professor. Get back here, you bastard. Saying this, subordinates blocked his retreat. Professor Kim, why rush to leave? Make some drugs for drug dealers. Seeing him stubbornly refuse, I directly picked up a brick and quietly approached. Suddenly smashed toward his skull. Speaking of which, at this age can internal organs still sell? Because he's old, there's a strange smell. I turned to look at the trembling subordinates. Have Young Sung-hoon come over, then dispose of the body, or you guys can steam and eat him. This section ended. The senior also affirmed my acting. We chatted for a while about presentation effects. Can tell he didn't treat me as a newcomer. His acting improved. Completely showed someone. Struggling crazily in drug addiction yet driven by the rational instinct to survive. Making people feel Lee Sang-man is getting closer to death. Then Lee Sang-man's second scene also started filming. This time putting an end to this character. In the script, Young Sung-hoon prepares to eliminate the increasingly crazed Lee Sang-man. And Lee Sang-man's confidant also can't stand his insane appearance, so teamed up with Young Sung-hoon. In the drizzle, I appeared like a sick ghost, no longer looking human. After carelessly looking around, didn't find Young Sung-hoon keeping the appointment. Did he not come, or was never here? Never here, boss. You've worked hard. Saying this, the subordinate suddenly drew his blade. In an instant, pierced through my body. While facing imminent death, Lee Sang-man showed no panic, little brat. Why only stab halfway? Stab in again. Under the pitter-patter rain, Lee Sang-man fell to the ground with vacant eyes. Syringes scattered everywhere. He forcibly grabbed a syringe. Under subordinate's disbelieving gaze, cruelly stabbed into his own arm. This taste is wonderful, damn it. At this point, Lee Sang-man's scenes were perfectly performed by me. Director Kyotaro and the other watched from the side. Indeed, right to come see personally? 10 times better than on TV. The writer was even more excited, originally worried about him being a newcomer, didn't expect such perfect acting. Hope he must act the role of Kiyoshi in The Eerie Sacrifice of a Stranger. After filming ended, the representative told me Director Kyotaro and the writer both came to the scene. Hearing this, I strongly suppressed excitement to gather energy. So we met these two super big names. The writer spoke first. Your acting is very impressive. Thank you. I'm also your fan. Then the director asked if I finished reading the script. When reading, I just felt time flew, adapted especially well. Dialogue also great. Then I formally invite you. Are you willing to act in this work? Though anticipated, my heart was still very nervous. Breaking into Japan is like a movie plot. If the director is willing to give me the opportunity, I'm very willing to act. The director couldn't hide excitement. This moment is always thrilling. I'll look forward to your performance. This is the first invitation for this work. Hope you can play the role of Kiyoshi. I'm flattered because this is the lead. The director added, I'll make some modifications to that role to match you. Can you play that role? I, of course, have no reason to refuse. No problem, director. At this time, the subspace script's grade changed, increased from A to A+. After I confirmed acting in Japanese great directors The Eerie Sacrifice of a Stranger. News also announced the romantic comedy man, friend cast. Though public opinion was all praise for me, marketing accounts for traffic often had somewhat inflammatory titles, though just some speculative reports. Director Kwon Ik-taek was very dissatisfied. The director who doesn't love gossip immediately announced explosive news. That is monster newcomer Kang Yujin joining director Kwon Ik-taek's new work, The Island of the Missing. This immediately triggered a huge wave online, also shocked the entire film industry. And Variety big shot director Yoon Byung-sun also took the opportunity to drop big news. So coordinating with The Island of the Missing announcement, he also released news. Actor Kang Yujin confirmed to join large-scale Variety event. Slowly, more and more people focused on me. Not just media, but also producers, advertisers, etc. Meanwhile, I also felt somewhat collapsed by the jam-packed schedule. Completely don't know how top actors digest it. But even if desperate, too late. Tomorrow, man, friend starts filming. I still need to sing and play piano. Right, I haven't seen this part. If I rehearse singing and piano, what will happen? For instance, I originally couldn't smoke, but when playing Lee Sang-man, my body had no rejection. So wonder if singing and such will be learned like smoking. Sure enough, the system prompted detected abilities beyond basic abilities. First strengthened singing and piano. Damn, this subspace is too powerful. As light before my eyes kept flickering, countless musical notes slowly rushed toward me. After exiting the subspace, I was gasping exhaustedly. At this time, I found my pronunciation became more resonant. Breath also became longer. Fingers also became more flexible, as if seeing a piano can directly perform. And very importantly, something inside me seems to be becoming intense. That is extremely abundant emotion seems about to burst out with the melody in my brain. Will definitely come in handy when acting emotional scenes later. But my singing and piano originally needed strengthening. I was originally quite confident. If not strengthened, filming in a few days would probably become a joke. Soon came the next day. This is the day man friend starts. Hwa Rin in the elevator was guessing who the director would be. Also, should I tell Woo Jin I'm his fan? I want to get close to him, I must do it. The next second, I also walked into the elevator, making her panic. You? Hello! Her face flushed, didn't dare look at me. Calm down. Just say I'm his fan. She tried hard to control herself, but still couldn't help running away. I'm going to the bathroom. Seeing this, I felt a bit speechless. Does she seem to be avoiding me? At this time, I noticed a bracelet on the ground. Is this Hwa Rin's? Just as I crouched down, suddenly heard Hwa Rin's voice. I can't say it. If I tell Woo Jin I'm his fan, he'll definitely find it very strange. Hearing this, I looked incredulous. Hwa Rin is my fan. Did I hear wrong? Hwa Rin is a superstar. How could she like someone like me? Stop grinning. Mouth about to split from smiling. Return her bracelet later to avoid embarrassment. Thinking carefully, she was very cold to me before. Should be startled. Thinking this, I pushed open the conference room door. What caught my eye was director Shin Dong-chun's familiar face. Right, Hwa Rin. Your bracelet fell. Ah, thank you. She's really cute.